Hello, hello. It is Tuesday night. As always, we have a Cartridge Club Hangout. I am Musty Hobbit, and to those of you who are familiar with the Cartridge Club, this is a community of content creators, gaming enthusiasts, collectors of all ages and generations, and we are getting together to do what we love best, and that's hang out, talk about games, and whatever else is going on. So I usually put a tweet out to anyone who is interested in joining in. We usually do this for a couple of hours every Tuesday. Usually start at between 8 and 8:30 Central Time, depending on how things are going in my day, and we just sort of hang out, and it is a lot of fun. If this is your first, welcome. If you have been with us before, welcome back, and we are glad to have you. And our chat is open. We try to monitor chat. Chat always kind of runs away from us and ends up being this thing that just sort of operates on its own. So some people will have side conversations in chat, and that's perfectly fine. But we try to acknowledge things as best we can. This is part of one of the busiest months of the year when it comes to gaming releases. There's a lot of stuff coming out for Switch, so much that everyone is complaining about how empty their wallets are. Maybe you should all exercise a little self-control and get to games when we get to games. We don't have to play everything on day one. I certainly don't. I know that there's a lot of people who get to things later. I mean, until July, I hadn't even held a PS3 controller, so we get there. We'll get there eventually. But yeah, so this is kind of what it is that we do. What else is going on? I am going to Chicago this weekend for the Symphony of the Goddesses. I cannot wait. This was something that my wife and I were trying to look at the winter season or fall winter season and try to find a good opportunity to go on a vacation, just the two of us. And we framed it around this awesome, and she is not really a video gamer. She knows about these things because I talk about them far too much. But I convinced her to go. We did Distant Worlds back in February. But as I understand, the Symphony of the Goddesses show was a little more visual, whereas Distant Worlds was kind of a slideshow, very brief multimedia showing along with the music. So, hello, Fitnet.
Hey.
How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. I was just talking about Symphony of the Goddesses.
Yeah. It's always strange when I'm watching the video while I'm setting up, and then there's that 30-second gap where you're no longer talking about the thing.
Yeah, I try and halt like the moment that because I can ramble if I'm not afraid to ramble if I need to, but yeah, it's I'm pretty excited. This is gonna be a good show, I hope. So it's the only thing that could like really put kind of a damper on the weekend is if it's rainy in Chicago. Which it might be. Hopefully not too bad. But
yeah, it's cool going to a Zelda.
Man, these lights are really bright today. It's almost putting me out of focus. I'll sit back.
I can't really comment on bad lighting, can I?
Hey, I don't have that. Hey, I stopped doing the Halo thing. And not that Halo thing.
I'm just particularly in a couch eclipse right now, especially in this black shirt. I was actually thinking of putting a blanket behind me just for color contrast.
I have my green screen. I've never used it before. So, I don't know why. I put it on was it last year? I put it on a wish list like 2 years ago for Christmas, and that's the thing that we got. That's the thing that I got off the wish list. I'm like, I don't even have the capabilities to really make this thing work. But hey, it's a sweet green sheet. That's a tongue twister I will prefer not to have to say ever again. How's your Odysseying going?
I actually haven't been playing it much. I always mean to get back to it, but I always end up on something else. Not even games at this point. I'll either just look at random crap online, or I'll be reading a comic or watching something. But either way, I never get back to the game, even though I want to.
I hit Zelda really hard this week. Now that I've just the discovery of last week that my save file was not torched. I was like, okay, I got to do this. And with the concert coming this weekend, I'm like, I probably should beat this game so that I don't get any spoilers. Because they did say they are doing a Breath of the Wild like suite of songs. So I don't doubt that they'll show, that they might show Ganon or something like that. Yeah. I mean, it's not like I'm going to lose. Now I know how to beat him and I don't even have to play it. They're not going to go that far. But I'm through 3 of the beasts now, further than I've ever been. It's pretty cool.
Something that did go that far into spoiler territory, though, was the Uncharted 4 chapter of that Blood, Sweat, and Pixels book that everyone's reading on the forums right now. Everyone, like 3 people.
Oh. Really? Like, did they ruin a bunch of... Don't tell me what, because I have...
Yeah, I know. But it's just kind of like... It's one of those things where they start talking about like the original concept of the story, and it's like, well, they knew this element going into the game. It's like, thanks for that. And then they literally recount the end of the game at the end of the chapter. No warning prior to this happening.
That's unfortunate.
Did this start by talking about, hey guys, how's it going? Did this start, I missed something, about talking about how Kotaku spoiled something?
Oh, it's the Blood, Sweat, and Pixels book.
Oh, because Kotaku just... Yeah, I heard the Blood, Sweat, and Pixels part. Yeah. I'm not reading it, but I saw that everybody, well...
3 people.
Yeah, 3 people are reading it. But Kotaku actually just posted something about Wolfenstein with a screenshot, and it was just like, that's like the worst thing that you could show. That ruins the entire game.
Yeah, that happens. Yeah.
It was pretty brutal.
Without saying. Is it that scene that I told you that Josh got to?
No, it's the one after. There's, you know. How's it going, guys? Did you already do pickups? I'm just kidding.
No. I don't even have
them. To the Hangout. This is what
we want to see your. We want to see your pickups.
I didn't get anything.
The lies.
What do you mean? I got the Xbox One X and I haven't got anything since.
Understandably.
It's good actually because Xbox doesn't have any games for it, so all you need is the system and get to go.
Yeah, I only have like 5 exclusives physically on the thing, but that's mostly because I have like 150 other games from Games with Gold on there, and probably 30 of them are exclusives.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely missed a lot of Games with Gold and stuff with and they'll probably never go back and do the same game again, right?
So one tip for you is that Pass has all of those as part of Game Pass. So
what is Game Pass?
It's basically video game Netflix, and it's got a 14-day trial, and it's what, 10?
You might get a month because you bought the X, so there might be
$20 a year.
a month.
It's 10 a month. So it's 10 a month.
Okay, yeah.
And that's in addition to the games with gold?
In Canada, there's probably a different price for you guys.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying, between 10 and 20. So it's probably 15 for us.
But it gets you access to like 100+ games, and most of the games of the month, or the games with gold, should be on there. I know for sure that like Rise is on there, and
only the best. With Rise,
only the best.
Rome.
I bought Rise. That was one of the 5 games I bought because it looked fun.
Bayonetta should be on there. Sunset Overdrive should be on there.
You can view all the games that are available just by going to the live.
I already got Sunset. Listen, I'm gonna buy the 7 games I want to play, and that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll probably pick up like a lot of the multi-plat games for that system now, just because it'll probably look better. Like Far Cry 5, I'll probably pick up on Xbox.
Yeah. Do you have the PS4 Pro?
No, I just have a PS4.
Okay, yeah, then it would probably be more practical to get it on Xbox now for some of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, I feel like Xbox is a more trustworthy platform at this point in terms of longevity of your purchases carrying over, just with the way they've been doing backwards compatibility stuff.
Yeah,
because Sony is like, you buy it for the system it's on, and they're almost Nintendoing it. It's like, well, when we release it again on the next system, you'll have to buy it again because none of your shit's backwards compatible.
That's actually the reason why I bought this Xbox One X, when I saw that they announced those 12 games, the original Xbox, and I was like, Fusion Frenzy's on there, we're good. Also, they've done such a good job with the Xbox 360 backwards compatibility. So if they use that ideology and do that for the original Xbox as well, I'll be very happy.
Yeah,
there's a pretty good Game Pass right now. Is a lot of 360 stuff, but there is a lot.
Yeah, it does change every now and
again. They cycle stuff in, but
is games with gold more expensive than PS Plus?
Yeah,
I think it's the same.
No, it's the same. I mean, this time of year you can find them at. The only thing that you would, I mean, the multiplayer is what they gate behind that.
Yeah.
Although they will from time to time, like this upcoming weekend there's free Overwatch, but I think you also have to have gold. So
yeah,
maybe because you've created a new account, they threw you a month of gold.
I wouldn't say that just yet. And the only reason I say that is, and it could be 100% wrong, but I remember when the Titanfall 2 free beta came out and you could try the multiplayer for that. It was free on both, and I didn't have either at the time, so it was, and you can go and play online for either, so it might be free.
You just couldn't voice chat.
Probably
not.
No, I don't know. You're probably right. That's what I'm saying.
I think they took the gate or the paywall off of it for that game specifically or something like that. That sounds right. Yeah, there's a lot on here with Game Pass. If you caught yourself in a weekend where you're like, well, I really don't like a lot of it.
Yeah, in case I don't have enough video games to play, this is a great idea.
Yeah, actually, I mentioned on with the games with gold thing, you said you missed a lot of that. What I did to get a ton of those was, I obviously had 360 for my main platform last generation, just because of the Halo stuff. But and I've mentioned that was kind of my preference before, just because my friends were playing on there, so I ended up playing on there. But so I had my gold on there when the Xbox One came out, and I just kept going on the website and grabbing the Xbox One games with my 360 gold, just for when I eventually got it. I got the system, and now I've got like 150 games for the damn thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's so true. That's what I do with PS Plus. Like, no matter what the games are, like, actually this month they had Rush of Blood as a VR game that was thrown in on their free games. And I don't have VR, but I definitely added it to library.
Yeah, it's like, why not? You can't be free. If eventually I give a damn, I will have it.
Yeah, I add all the Vita games, all the PS3 games, even if I have no intention to play it.
Yeah. It weirds me out when people say, I didn't grab the free games. Like, but why though? There's no downside.
Yeah, it's not like you have to
You don't
download it right away.
You don't even have to download it all the way. You just as long as you say yes.
Purchase and then cancel download.
Yep.
Yeah. Totally. I actually just do it from my phone. I have an app, and I can just check out all the free games, and I just click, add to cart, purchase.
Yep.
It's super awesome.
A different version of Buns.
Yeah, I haven't used that in a long time.
I still don't remember what the heck that even is. But
It was like an app, like Let Go or Kijiji or Craigslist or something like that. But it was just for bartering, no money allowed.
But sometimes it turned into money anyways. Right?
Oh, it was always money. It was just like, if you don't think of it.
It's a front.
Yeah, exactly. It was just like no money allowed except if you offer money.
It's like no, it's like The Simpsons. No, comma, money allowed.
Yeah. Everyone's trying to buy stuff with Krusty Bucks, and here I am. So we got another Sega video.
Yeah. So my next question for this week's weekly is, when is the next CC Sega List video?
I'm gonna bet that it's not gonna go down the way that this last one did.
When P2 puts out that question for get your questions in for this week, I'm doing it.
It was good though. I like them, and I don't care if it takes them another year to finish them. As long as they're done, it'll be great.
Mm-hmm.
It's like at this point, I'd almost rather re-record my VO for it, because I feel like I'm better with it now than I was then. Because I think I recorded that back in like March. Had to have been March.
Well, after the first episode dropped, I think the microphone picked up on a different end and didn't pick up through this. It picked up either through this or the microphone and the camera. So it sounded very echoey. So I told P1, I was like, can I go back and re-record the other two that I got selected for? And he said, yeah. He goes, yeah, get to me like in a week or something. So I submitted it right away. And then here I am, waited all this time just to hear one of them basically in this last video. So at least I don't know if it was something program I selected for recording or whatever. But I went back and re-recorded one of them. So I'm going to do the other one because I got a funny feeling it's going to be a while before the other one comes out.
Oh, there's a lot going on.
I know.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Yoshi.
Hi, Yoshi.
Hey. I'm not going to be here too long.
Is this your apartment or your... Give us a tour. Let's see your roommates.
No.
No?
Just no.
Do they like video games? No.
Do they like yoga or veggies? No. Why are you so quiet?
Are they sleeping?
He's gonna start communicating by writing on a sheet of paper and holding it up.
Help me! They're watching.
Oh, we lost him. He's getting a piece of paper, I guess, or he got pulled away from the camera.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah. I'm sorry, sir. Oh.
He does have paper and a pen.
Yeah. Prepare for math equations.
Yeah.
The tension is mounting.
Yeah, I know.
You know, for a second I thought it was going to be backwards. You know, like you would have to almost look at a mirror, to see it.
Usually needs a dictation app for the Hangouts.
Unless you speak, we can't. It won't pick you up.
I'm certainly not presenting math equations.
Well, here's an integral.
Sure.
Why is there an S in that? Ooh.
Anyway, anything else?
What are you all playing right now? You guys playing any games?
Yakuza 0 and Mass
That's my
Effect
game of the year.
Andromeda and Metroid Samus Returns. Those are the 3 I'm at right now.
I'm disappointed in myself that I haven't played Yakuza 0 because I'm always the Yakuza guy.
We knew you were playing Yakuza 0 because we were spying on you on PlayStation.
Dare you?
And we were like, Rocket's playing Yakuza 0. I hope he likes it.
You know, I always go through to see what my friends are playing too. Just even if it's like no big deal, I'm like, yeah, what are they playing? Oh, okay, cool, that's a good one. Or I never heard that game. That's a good one. Who knows? You know?
Have you made your way through it yet? Or
yesterday I stopped at. I don't know how far I'm in the game. I don't think I'm that far because I think it's a really long game. But the guy with the eye patch, I played as him, and I learned the breakdancing attack. That's kind of
you just played as him once.
No, this is like the second time because it's one back and forth. This is the second time I think is him, and like I said, I just learned his breakdancing attack. Like I walked into a disco with some phone hooker, and what's it called? Like I had to like save her by doing break dance fighting. So
what a game, huh?
Yeah, what a game, huh? If that makes sense to anybody, you know. But that's what happened.
Yep.
And then I was just like, because I think it's one of those things where I had to chase down, or like the next thing is I had to go somewhere into a building or something like that to chase somebody down. I'm not 100% yet. I just kind of was just like, okay, this is a good stopping point. I saved and I just went from there basically. That's where I stopped last night.
That game series is like just a continuous Japanese meme filtered through a Yakuza story.
It's funny because the mainline story is actually pretty serious, and then like everything else is a joke.
Yeah.
There's save a girl from a cult yesterday too, basically. Which
yeah, I did that one. And you have cult trivia.
Yeah, cult trivia.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like a rhythm game at one point with I think that's in all of them mostly, but like the karaoke bars.
Yeah, there was one where because it basically turns you into like a rock star, and then you have to basically guitar hero it.
Yeah,
they're pretty tough though. The rhythm games in that.
Yeah, like one of the favorite odd ones in one of the earlier ones. I think it was either 3 or 4. But like you find this really overweight curry-themed superhero, and his catchphrase is "Be spicy," and you have to save him because his power's low by going to a convenience store and getting him some curry.
Am I not far in 0? I figure I'm not very far in 0 because I thought it was like a really long game.
It sounds it's hard to tell without you referring to the main story.
Okay.
Like you had to chase down a guy. That's a lot of that game.
Well, what's it called? Like after I got the information from the phone hooker, basically, that's kind of where like now the next thing is.
I'd say
going after him, I guess.
30% of the way through.
Okay,
that's my guess.
I think I got as far as like playing that side mission with the Yankee band.
Oh yeah, and then you have to teach them how to be badass.
Yeah, I remember that part. Yeah,
I messed up one of the questions.
I like the one where you pretend to be the director or the producer of the cooking show, and you have no idea how to make it like television.
This game series just sounds like utter nonsense to anyone who's not played it, but everyone who's played it is like, this makes total sense because nothing makes sense.
Did you get to the part where he learns about delivery pizza?
No.
That part's pretty good. What do you mean? They deliver it to your home? It's pretty good.
That reminds me of a scene.
Game of the year.
Yeah, that reminds me of a scene in all of the things. Speaking of going on side tangents, of not going to be long, but just a completely unrelated thing of a Jughead comic of like the recent Jughead comics, and there's this new principal or whatever, and he's banning like junk food from the cafeteria, so no more burgers, and then someone takes Jughead to the the cooking class, and it's like, we're gonna teach you how to just make your own burgers, and it's like, you can make food. It was just not as funny in the explanation, but I enjoyed that joke. But
is Chip Zdarsky writing that?
yes, at least he was. I don't know if he still is.
Yeah, I would actually read that.
Yeah, I've read the.
I've never been interested in Archie before, but
yeah, I was very rarely interested in it. Like as a kid, I watched that Archie's Weird Mysteries show, and I got a couple of those comics, but that's as far as it went, pretty much. Of course, going back to that, I have all of it on DVD, and it's a educational program, which I completely didn't get the message of as a kid. But I tried the new ones when they rebooted it to like an actual monthly series with Mark Waid writing it, and it's really good. I just got the third and fourth volumes last week, but I haven't read them yet.
Cool.
And of course, they had the crossover of Archie versus Predator, because that's a thing they did.
Have they ever made an Archie video game?
Oh God, I have no idea. I don't think so.
I think Telltale needs to get on that.
That would actually work.
Would they do it in Riverdale style, or
I
would
was
they...
going to say that would be the perfect setting for that murder mystery setting of like the teen drama version.
I think if you're gonna do the Riverdale style, you get Supermassive to make it, and then I think Telltale could do the more relaxed, cartoony one. I think.
Yeah.
That's my pitch.
Whatever the dev of like Until Dawn was.
Yeah, that's Supermassive.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was like them or
same.
It's Supermassive or whatever the hell the developer's name is for Bastion and Transistor. I always get it mixed up with that. But anyway. Yeah, that would work.
Oh,
anyway, hey Eric.
I'm forgetting what their name is. Are they just Massive? Hold on.
Hello.
Hello.
I wasn't expecting that Archie talk to continue past Jughead thing.
Super Giant.
Super Giant.
So super massive, super giant.
And that second season of Riverdale has not been that great so far. I've only watched the first 2 episodes, I think, though. Just me? Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
I've been watching The Good Place.
What?
I've been watching The Good Place.
I've heard very little about it. Sorry, I thought you were asking a question. Go ahead.
No. And
What's The Good Place?
The Good Place is with Kristen Bell and Ted Danson. And it's like she dies and goes to heaven, but they call it The Good Place. And in the first episode, this is the pitch, she realizes they made a mistake and somebody with the same name as her is supposed to be there. And she's supposed to be in the bad place, but she is just trying to pretend so that she can stay there as long as possible. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, and it's made by the people who made Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Parks and Rec. So that's the kind of style of humor.
Yeah.
And Ted Danson plays like the architect of heaven. So
I should probably be watching that show.
Yeah, it looks good.
My wife just finished the Mindy Project finale. Like, she just watched it.
That's a series finale, right?
Series finale. She's probably gonna go cry. She likes that show a lot. She was sad when it got the boot from Fox, and then when Hulu picked it up, she was overjoyed.
There were some really solid episodes of Mindy Project.
I phased out after like the 3rd season, but
yeah, same.
I now feel substantially less weird about bringing up Riverdale on this chat. Anyway.
Stranger Things.
Yeah, Stranger Things.
I still haven't watched it.
Okay.
Like, season 1.
Well,
like,
there are episodes. Just know that there are episodes.
Yeah.
I think that's about the extent of what
as long as you don't show me your notes about the episodes. That's a very specific reference. Oh, well.
Yeah, well, no, if the weekly didn't put a whole lot of the teetering on the edge there. I think.
That was so weird.
Spoiler man gives spoiler.
Yep. But don't look at my notes.
That's right. No, I was saying earlier, I've been pushing Zelda really hard since I figured out that my save wasn't wiped out. So
No, you're almost done.
well, I guess. I mean, I tried to go into the forest and they kicked me out.
Didn't have enough hearts.
I guess not.
You got at least 13, or you're just trying to get. You don't have 13.
No.
Then you can't pull out the sword.
Well, it won't even let me like look around.
Well, no, because you have to. It's the Lost Woods, probably, right? Where it's the fog. Yeah, because there's you can get in there. It's just there's a path you have to follow the lanterns to get there, I believe. Because that's the leading way. If you go any other way, you'll keep sent back. You'll keep getting sent back. It's
they'll laugh at you.
Yeah,
they're all gonna laugh at you.
I eventually did get in there, but I apparently didn't have enough hearts, so I can't pull out the sword.
You need at least 13.
I just want to see.
There's a memory there too.
Okay, I don't know if I got that.
Yeah, I went and I've gotten 3 memories now. Are they worth like? If I can finish this game before the end of the week, is it worth trying to find those spots?
I do, because I think it gives away the story more. That's the thing, is the story's kind of hidden in the memories more.
Eric's completely pieced out because of the spoiler talk.
This isn't a spoiler. It's just saying what's called. You find out more how everything happened, basically.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. Mostly, he does have his headphones off. Anyway, hey Kyle.
Is this a spoiler for the guy game?
Nope. No spoilers there.
Let's not go back to that place.
Come on.
That belongs in the bad place, not the good place.
Good to see everyone.
Now backwards compatible on the Xbox One.
Miles, hey.
New Switch owner, Kyle?
I am, yes. It took a while, but
how did you
finally got it?
Did you do straight up pay for it, or did you make a trade, or sell something?
Switch itself was straight up paid, and I got a couple games. I kind of saved for a month or two, and I traded a couple random games I had. Like I had an extra gold Zelda cart just laying around. I had a GoldenEye for 64. I had an extra one of those.
Okay, good.
A couple old NES games I had doubles of, so it was good enough for
nice. Big ball.
Yeah, 4 games. So yeah.
Good times. Good times.
It's always nice to see people get new consoles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of which, Musty.
Nope, I don't. I don't. Sorry, that was not a fake.
Miles.
Yeah, everybody. I got it. Whatever.
You want to see it? Want to see the gradient?
Oh no, I haven't opened it yet.
What?
Do a live unboxing. Here.
Yeah,
Are you keeping it sealed in case you change your mind and want to return?
I got this one. Now I need a backup.
Ooh, smart.
No.
Yeah. You don't want to wear out the home button on this one?
I just kind of want to like clear out all the old consoles from the area first. Like we're doing a reorganizing, purging thing before I open it up and put it next to the PS4 and the Switch. And then everything will be perfect and my life will be fulfilled.
Yay. Everything will be better.
The trifecta.
Yeah.
Did anyone here? So who here is a big Fallout 4 fan? Anyone here by chance? I'm just asking if anyone has like the game of the year or they paid for the DLC.
No. I have the original edition for PS4 and it's still sealed. I have not had any interest to open that.
Where's a fearless leader when you need him?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. It's probably at home playing it.
I was just curious.
Upset.
I got Fallout 4 for like a birthday gift a few years ago, and I've only scratched the surface because I got like backtracked with school, so I stopped playing it. But I almost wonder if I should just get the Game of the Year editions and have the DLC story, or just stick with Fallout 4. You know, I don't know if it's worth the extra money.
So you have the main edition of it? Then just play that. And if you get to the point where you want the DLC, it'll probably be on sale by then.
I like having it well bundled together.
Trade it in for a better game.
Yeah.
And probably wait for the inevitable sale and just buy the new one trade credit of the original version.
Well, I'm looking at the spreadsheets here for cheap ass gamers, seeing all the sales.
Hmm.
The only one I still haven't seen, GameStop apparently still doesn't have their ads up.
Well, they were doing their pro weekend this last weekend.
So they probably want to have all their better prices.
If they put on all the Black Friday things, then that would have potentially like
Sure.
hampered people or discouraged people from going to pro weekend.
I didn't know about the pro weekend.
Well, now you should know because you're talking to an elite.
Ooh, I saw that someone put a post, maybe it was on the Midwest one, saying like the unlimited rentals was paused. I thought I heard.
Yeah, Frantic posted that.
Okay,
I assume it
saw
probably
something.
showed up in that group too. But
Yeah,
I don't know if they looked at the financials of it and realized that they're only making $5 off of each membership if the person takes the most expensive game at the end of the 6 months.
yeah, I would do everything, and then I would find at the end which one's the most expensive to cash in.
Yeah, if you just time it right, if you got 2 weeks to go and you got a brand new game that's $55 used, then you've made your money.
So what's the rule? Because apparently you're an elite member now.
Elite is just a step above pro.
Oh.
Which just means that I get 20% off used and 20% extra trade. And then I don't know if they're going to tier the, like the 60% thing that they did. I don't know if they're going to tier that out now for elite members versus pro.
So how much does elite cost?
It's twice.
Ugh.
They prorated most of mine because I had just recently renewed my pro. So, like, they basically put that cost toward the elite membership. So, I think I'm set for a year.
I thought it was 6 month runs, right? Or did you pay double? You say take that money and double it?
I think it's a year. The rental thing was definitely
6 months.
6 months at a time, because no one wants to sign up for $120 membership, right? Like $60 membership is palatable until you hear that it's But really, if you break that thing out,
I still can't believe GameStop
everyone
hasn't.
who takes advantage of that wins, like hands down.
The one thing, I guess maybe their customers don't care about Amazon or Best Buy, but I still can't believe they don't have like a 20% off new system where it's $30 for 2 years at GameStop at Best Buy, and Amazon has that with Prime. I can't believe GameStop doesn't have anything like that.
Amazon has it with Prime if you commit before it comes out.
Yeah,
that's the caveat.
Yeah, that's the one thing. But then again, I go in there and people just if I ever step foot in a GameStop, people just are buying it straight up. I don't know. I'm just not a cheapskate like me.
Yeah, I mean, anywhere you can find a chance to shave a little off of the top, you might as well do it, right?
Yeah.
They have a decent trade-in deal They have the 3-for-1 trading deal. So like if you're trading towards a pre-order, they have a pretty huge list of games that you can trade 3 of to get that pre-order. So if you don't want to spend actual cash, it's not a terrible option.
I just want to know what coupon Jake had apparently for his Xbox Scorpio.
He probably.
He said he had
I mean,
something.
he probably used his points. That's probably what it was. Was like he stocked up points and like because you can use your.
He said he had a coupon too, or for trading towards it, your Xbox towards it. Now I know there was something like that, but it wasn't much. At least when I originally looked, and that's why I kind of like backed off that idea of even doing it.
Well, yeah, I mean, like usually, like right now, it's 40% extra trade credit toward a new Xbox One X.
If you trade,
when you trade software and accessories.
Software and accessories. So
Elite
not the
Pro,
hardware.
Elite Pro gets 40% extra trade credit toward an Xbox One X.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, valid through Saturday. My store did not have one at the time, but I'm stockpiling. I'm slowly, like, funneling things toward a card. So it's inevitable. It's going to happen at some point. How quickly? We'll see.
Next week, probably.
I don't know. Maybe it'd be a good week for it because I'm off all week.
Let's cut to the chase here. You've been swayed by 4K, and now your favorite platform of choice has the most powerful console. So now you must have it. Must have it.
What I am seeing, with just in the first
for here. I must
in the first. Hey! Listen. I did not buy it on day one. I stuck to my pledge.
2 weeks.
So that was not going to be a day one
2 weeks.
purchaser. Hey, if it's 2 weeks, it's 2 weeks.
This was
if I can
only
hold
console.
on until my birthday, then that'd be great too. But I am seeing what they're doing. I'm seeing how quickly they're putting out with 4K support. Like
overall,
already added 4 more in a week. They've tacked on more. So there's no reason why like all of these things are getting new life with this console. So I'm starting to see why worthy.
What were the 4 more they just added?
Skate 3. Mirror's Edge, which apparently looks astounding, is what I heard.
I only have it on the 360. Do you think they upgraded that one?
Yeah,
they did.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
and
what?
It's backwards compatible. So yeah, they did.
Yeah,
are you serious?
Mirror's
cool.
Edge has 4K compatibility.
I was actually just going to get rid of it. That's going back in the
Yeah, don't get rid of it.
Yeah, all the 360 games that are backwards compatible are through the disc, and any of those that get upgrades, those will work. You'll probably
That's
just
amazing.
download them and play them off the thing, but the disc is your authentication.
Fine deal. Yeah.
Yep. That's how the original Xbox
I'm getting the list.
I've been giving Xbox shit my entire life, and it's the only console I ever bought day one.
Yeah, I've noticed
so it is
a little shade toward the Xbox for the past few months.
Yeah, and I still will. I don't care. I'm going to be loving it every second of it, and I won't stop.
They're Halo 3, Oblivion, Skate 3, Mirror's Edge, Gears of War 3, Fallout 3, and the first Assassin's Creed. All have 4K support.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I got to agree with Rocket on that one.
It looks really good, though.
The first
one? I don't have the system, but I've seen
I played it on PS3 for a little bit, and I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I liked
the pinnacle. I think that the Ezio trilogy.
I feel like
tell me that, and I still can't get into the series really.
I liked the first one more than a lot of people, but I think I just also liked riding around on a horse looking at all the architecture and everything, it just kind of reminded me of that mood that you get from Shadow of the Colossus.
I've been getting that
Kristen
out
Bell
of.
was in it.
Was the movie called Assassin's Creed?
The Fassbender movie?
Yeah.
How did you get on that?
Because you said, I don't know, maybe you're cut off on the microphone on my end, basically, but you said it just reminded me of watching that movie, and that's why.
No, I said it reminds me of kind of that mood you get playing
Oh.
Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh, see that part? I kind of lost you that part, basically.
Yeah, okay.
I've been getting that out of Horizon. That kind of like riding the horse and like just admiring an amazing like visual feast. The thing about Horizon is that I really love the vertical environment.
Spoiler alerts.
Okay, well, it has vertical environment. Like,
no, that's
a lot of ruined.
I was waiting to get it next month, and it's ruined.
Actually, I haven't really gotten that far, and I just stopped playing it. Not because it's bad, but because I know it's going to take me longer till the end of the year to finish, and I want to play some other games. So once you start getting into it, Musty, you're thinking about getting into it, right?
Oh yeah, I'm when the part of me was like, do I care about the DLC enough right now?
Okay. And
just
anybody else?
For $20, you know.
This is CC Underground. For sure we can do a CC Underground on Horizon Zero Dawn. We can all get into it at the same time. So anybody else who's considering it or who had it, I know Riley as well was thinking about playing Horizon Zero Dawn. So
when were you doing this?
Well, yeah, the whole
December.
All your side games got brought up in Media Mavens. I listened.
Oh, you recorded already? Oh wait, no. Yeah, Catherine's. Yeah, okay.
She brought up the fact that we had a Wolfenstein chat going, and
yeah, I love that, and I really wanted to do Eternal Darkness with Kyle. We were talking about it at one point, and then we just never ended up playing it during October. But I've never played Eternal Darkness, and I totally wanted to get into it. Did you start it?
I just still played that 10 minutes of it or so just to kind of test it out.
Yeah.
It looked really interesting though, so.
And it was a CC game before my time, so.
Yeah, same. Or, I don't know, maybe.
I played through the first three episodes, or like the chapters. And then it just got away from me. I was just like, yeah, I don't have time to finish it in October, and Mass Effect is coming, and
did you finish Andromeda?
All this other stuff. I'm playing 2.
I'm on it. It's not nearly as bad as the critics made it seem out to be, but it still is. I ran into some bugs last night where things just weren't playing right. Like the character lost control of his arm.
That could happen to anyone though. That's not a bug. That's part of it.
And there was after I died, then I lost this get behind cover pop-up would not disappear. So I was like, well, that's another bug. I kind of recorded it too, just to maybe make a stink post to EA and is it BioWare who made that one? BioWare?
You should go back to my 2. The first time I've done a multi-part series. 7 months ago. There was all kinds of little weird things, and not just like the facial tics, but like at one point I walked in and everyone in the room popped in, and they're all stood with their arms out for a second before putting them down to their sides. Like it was weird. I've seen that happen with Overwatch before when the servers are really bogged down, but I kept getting the Nomad stuck in things. Vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Video of that. Just like, how did I get myself wedged in here? Pause for Derek.
Pretty much.
Oh,
His Dollar Dorks was pretty good. Did you guys know that?
yeah.
I'm looking for Starbucks cups, though. I'll tell you that now.
Yeah, tell me about it. Seriously, right?
That was a nice little secret he gave away here. Now I'm coming to Southern California to get all the Starbucks cups.
His comment about like, boy, I'm glad I'm not on Fandango. Derek's like, yeah, you're gonna be.
Yeah.
I make the clips. It's almost pickups time.
I got a hefty amount today. A hefty amount. Hefty find.
A bunch of trash bags?
No, some good stuff today.
Oh.
We'll get to that later. After I get
The
done
only
combing
thing
them.
I picked up today was for Musties, so
Ooh.
can't really show it.
You can show it if you want, but you don't have to.
No, you'll see it. We're gonna send it out tomorrow.
Okay.
Super secret.
Yeah.
Where did that mystery box ever end up? That kind of disappeared on us.
Again.
What?
So it
So
went
again.
to it went to Bonus Barrel, right?
Oh, that's right.
And where did it go after Bonus Barrel?
A bonus barrel got it? J-Rock ended up with it at Barry. J-Rock had it at
Yeah,
Barry.
Bonus Barrel got it because what's it called? Shelby got a PSP that was in there.
Yes.
That's how she could play the game that they're playing. So,
And she got Mass Effect 2, which she was going to play along with us this month. But I don't know. I think she's really busy this month, so I don't think she's going to be able to.
the problem with the games of the month, especially for probably from Thanksgiving forward, for games of the month are kind of, because it's holiday season, kind of hectic for some people.
Katamari is going to be the best game of the month ever.
Is that next month?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm playing that for sure.
My wife brought it up the other. She's like, "Can we play Katamari?" I'm like, "We're playing in December. It's game of the month." She's like, "I want to play." So I'm like,
No,
I was like, "Absolutely."
you'll play
Throws
what
it
I
out the
say
window.
you play.
I'll tell
That
her that
would've-
we can't skip the story sequences though, like we normally do.
That would have been fun for a Curtis girlfriend versus massive video. We were all playing Katamari. I think that would be fun.
Oh, she's good at that. She digs that and like amplitude and frequency. Those are her jam. I downloaded the amplitude demo. I was actually considering buying it, renting it, whatever you want to call it. Renting it from Sony.
Did they do a remake or is it just the old game?
Yeah, it's a remake, new music. It's none of it's licensed music though. It's all like Harmonix employees bands.
I get, you know what? That makes sense. I mean, once
Oh,
you do
boy.
Papa Roach, you can't, there's really nowhere to go from there. Like Papa Roach and then, maybe Beatles, but Papa Roach is way up here,
Yeah. And POD and but Freeze Pop is back. I don't know if you played the original 2 games. Freeze Pop had what is it called? Science Genius Girl was one of the songs.
The best of titles.
It's awesome. Yeah, so it I'm thinking about it. It's just it's like that or Thumper or like I really want to play Thumper.
Yeah, I just bought Thumper. There was a PlayStation sale a month ago, I think.
What context for talking about rhythm games did I miss?
Oh, I just sort of segued into it because that's what my wife likes. She likes
my
rhythm
wife.
games.
I'm sorry. That'll be the only time I do that. I'm sorry.
She'd probably dig something like Rez on PlayStation VR, I think. Yeah.
I don't know if she'll like
if that were to be a future.
I want an
Rusty
Xbox One.
purchase.
Don't commit me to another $400 peripheral.
You don't have to play it in VR. It's like VR optional. I have it. There's a hard copy as well. I grabbed it. It's pretty
Oh.
fun.
Limited
But on
run.
the other hand, you can't wear an Xbox One X on your face.
Ah!
uh,
But like the Res is like it's kind of like a shmup
Mhm.
rhythm game. I guess you know about it already.
I've played Res.
Okay.
I played it was on the 360.
yeah. I played a PS2 demo disc of it, and that was about it.
It's a perfect demo disc game. You know,
really.
like
It's just
I remember when I got my first PlayStation demo disc and I got Intelligence Cube on it. I was like, oh, this game, I need to play more of this game. And then when I eventually got it, I was like, oh, okay. I mean, it's just the demo disc, really.
I didn't need more of this game.
Yeah, it's just the same thing again and again and again. But once you get a taste, you kind of want it.
Kind of like the Metal Gear Solid VR missions,
Yeah.
in a way. That was a weird thing.
They're
I guess I
fun.
missed that demo disc, though. The one with Intelligent Cube on it.
I miss demos in general.
You miss or missed?
Miss.
You miss the
Yeah.
disc, or do you miss
I miss having demos for everything.
Yeah.
I
There's
just
demos for some things now.
They kind of get there. I mean, the betas for a while became the new demos
Yeah.
because they were a subtle way to draw hype in a very small period of time.
Yeah, and also course correct if needed.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you could, you
Fun.
could get a lot of feedback, but this is not reflective of the final product.
Sorry if that was louder than I meant it to be.
But yeah, I mean, it used to be like, well, the Xbox Live Arcade. Every game was required to have a trial mode that you could play a level, and then it would prompt you, do you want to buy it? And you could say no, and it would bring you right back to the the blades.
I was purging Xbox today, and I got to the stack of demo discs I had for Xbox. I was like, they'll probably never make these backwards compatible.
Well, in that case, I think I know someone that might be interested in some demo discs. The original Xbox.
Joe?
No.
I think Joe, right?
I collect demo discs on occasion. I just
do you?
very rarely find them.
Tony Hawk was the best demo disc ever. I put so many hours into that demo disc. The original Tony Hawk.
You ever buy a
Old school.
game? Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just saying that was old school.
Yeah. But I was going to say, have you ever played a couple games on a demo disc and you could only choose one and you ended up picking the one that you realized was the wrong choice after you got it?
What game was that for you?
I'm gonna
I
go grab
played
some
a
demo discs so we can throw the comparison.
I played a demo disc that had Ys 6, the Ark of Napishtim on it, and I really enjoyed that. But the game I ended up picking up from that demo disc was Musashi Samurai Legend for whatever reason. I do not know why I made that poor of a decision.
We had the most fun with it on the demo disc.
I've got the stack that Eric gave me.
Actually,
Let's see which ones I have. Maybe I have missing parts to your set.
These aren't in order though, or maybe these are these. Oh, you know what? They are in order, and these are doubles.
those are before the hard cases.
Well, these were
Or-
the hard cases were if you bought them individually, whereas these were if you got the subscription.
Oh, okay.
They sent them with these. So
Huh.
if you bought them in store, which it was like $10 an issue, they got you the hard case.
Yeah.
But then they had a way you could send away for the hard case and the insert for a while there.
Yeah, so those ones were a little bit more desirable, probably, in terms of completionists. having the subscription versions.
Yeah. Number 2. Oh. With I don't think that was meant to go in. Thanks, Eric.
I don't think I knew that was in there.
Are you missing one?
No. You're showing your demo discs I gave you, the Xbox ones?
I was just going through. Like,
there's a rare sticker in there?
He was talking about situations where you looked at a demo disc and saw 2 different games and you picked the wrong one. You ended up going with one and not the other. I just wonder if there's ever stuff.
You chose poorly.
I managed to actually pick the game that had worse voice acting than Ys 6, and I didn't know. That was a poor decision. I wouldn't be shocked if most everyone on here hasn't played either of those games.
Yeah, I don't think I have.
It's fine, just look up YouTube videos.
They used to put DLC on these.
Yeah, they did, and like cheat codes and crap on certain ones. Like they did on PS2 at least. There was actually one on PS2. It was like Red Star or whatever it was. It was like this weird Russian twin stick shooter, and it was like delayed for years after that demo disc came out. I always wanted it, but it just kind of faded from memory at a certain point.
Yeah, like Battle Engine Aquila. I don't know that ever came out.
It would be interesting to find ones that just are games that don't exist. There was an import demo on one of them.
There's a Shenmue demo on this one.
Ooh, I'll take that.
Issue 15.
Is that the Xbox Magazine demo discs?
Yep.
I liked, Ryan, your Shenmue review for the Sega Top
Man,
50.
that original review was over like 5.5 minutes, and I was like, I have to cut this down majorly. Because there's so much to talk about. There's so much to talk about in that game. That's the thing. I was like, how can I get as much out of this as possible? So I had to do a lot of trimming.
Ooh, Operation Genesis. Issue 20.
That's pretty nice of Eric to throw them your way.
Yes. I'm very appreciative. I keep them
He's
in good
gone.
Yeah, he's need to hear it.
Anyone else get the I didn't get them at the time, but like just have any of those Dreamcast demo discs from that magazine?
No, I really want to get the Dreamcast magazine. There's only like 13 issues.
I don't have any of the magazines, but I have all but I think 2 of the demo discs that ever came out for it. And they all have the sleeve.
One of these days, once I get everything situated or I'm happy with my collection, I'll start going after magazines. I eventually plan to, but I just want to I'd rather get the games first because honestly, that's what I play, right?
Yeah. I couldn't remember the name of it, but there was a demo disc of an import game. A couple import games made it onto demo discs for PS2. But there's this really odd one that I never saw again called Chain Dive. It's probably fairly generic now if you go back, but
Very obscure games, man.
Yeah, it's Japan only. There was this one fish one. I think that actually did end up coming out here, but I don't remember what the name of it was. I played a lot of demo discs.
1 star Leonard Nimoy?
No, it was a PS2 demo disc, not a Dreamcast one.
Ah, okay.
And it was a Japan only game at the time.
The fun fact, there's a demo disc out there that has a preview video for Final Fantasy VIII, and it totally puts people in scenes that they don't end up in the end game. Like there's like moments and images that are kind of like blended together. Very odd.
Yeah, was that on a like big Final Fantasy demo disc with the demo for the game, or was that before the demo for the game?
This was before the demo for the game. It might have been the demo. Oh man, I
Because I have this
remember which one it was
big-
on.
I have like this big Final Fantasy only demo disc that had like a bunch of preview videos. It had a trailer for Spirits Within, and it had the
man.
demo for 8.
Yeah, this would have been a preview video. I think this came out like shortly after 7. This was like kind of like their reveal moment, but it's like there's people who are in certain scenes that aren't in that area. You haven't even met them yet in the game. Interesting
That's
stuff.
weird.
Lies, deceptions.
Yes.
False
It either
advertising.
means that they were in the process of still hammering some of that stuff out, or they intentionally did it so that they could, not ruin things for people, or yeah. Good guy square.
Yeah. Quick question: I threw this throw blanket behind me for color contrast. Does that help at all for my camera at all?
Yeah.
At least I stand out. I'm not just blended into the couch because it's the same color. Okay, just checking.
It does.
Like the halo above you, Frantic. Just makes you look more angelic. Yeah.
I'm not frantic, but okay.
Oh, Fitnat. What the heck?
Womp wah.
There's a little too many club members to remember nowadays.
You got the first letter correct.
Yeah.
Too many
One
F
letter.
numbers here.
Yeah.
You effed up.
Do you guys want to do pickups?
We can.
Like official?
Yeah. I got nothing.
I can go first then.
That was quick.
Let's pick it
Yeah,
up.
I'll go first. Oh, you got me. Okay. So
Do you have a pickup line for it then?
whoa. No. I do not. I'm out of practice as I should be. So one good will stop this week. I've like I said, I've been kind of focusing on one thing and throwing extra money at that right now, or at least like putting it aside for that. So I stopped in just on a whim, and I picked up one game and some books. We'll go through the books first. These were all 88 cents a piece. No price adjustment necessary because that's what they priced them at. Call of Duty Black Ops. I don't know if these are going to be keeps or attempt to flips at some nominal price, but looks like it's in good shape. Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
The two best.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
All the deepest strategies in these games.
Yes.
Aim at that guy and shoot.
Oh, nice.
Warhammer 40k Space Marine.
I have that game and I've yet to play it.
And Mortal Kombat. I don't know which one this was. 2011.
The one
9.
prior to 10.
Well, yes. It was prior to 10.
Yep.
But it was it was another realm.
Yep.
So got those for $4.50 something cents. And then I found this among the CDs. I saw the NTSC little label, so I nabbed it, and it's Wipeout 3 for a very good price.
Nice.
In really good shape. So
Always fun games.
Yeah. I still have yet to play the original ones.
XL was really good. That was my favorite on the PlayStation.
yeah, I think I gave Omega a little test drive when I first got the Pro, but I haven't put that back in yet because I've been playing other stuff like Wolfenstein. Yeah.
If all of us that have that game could, you done?
Yes.
Okay. There you go. If all of us that have the Omega collection could get together and all have Plus at the same time, then we could play it. Maybe I can figure out why I suck so bad at the whatever the Vita one was that they ported over.
Fury?
No, it's the 20-something.
2084 or something.
2084. I think it might be a colorblind thing because the speed pads are so similar tone in that game. They're a lot more subtle than they are in HD. And that game is just harder, I think. I'm awful at that game. But HD I'm really good at. I don't get it.
Someone's in trouble.
Well, this is yelling at somebody.
Did that come through?
Oh, yeah.
Mute now.
No, man.
Is it you? Is she mad at you? Oh, Dean finished Resident Evil already.
That's not surprising. What did they pick that up 10 minutes ago?
Yeah,
a monster.
He beat it 55 seconds ago.
Good job, Dean.
He bought it yesterday, didn't he?
Watching.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Goodness.
The skills on that guy.
No.
Okay. Well, to alleviate the silence and the fact that I actually have some games right here, ironically enough, I'm a proud owner of a Switch.
Nice.
4 games here. I think this will keep me... I mainly want to get it because I knew kind of around here they're still a little tricky to find. You can find them if you really want to, but I wanted to get one before the holiday rush because I have a feeling they'll be harder to get then. But of course, Mario Odyssey, main reason why I got that. I did get the Splatoon 2. It's been all right. Mostly for the battle mode, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Actually, there's a mode in here in the battle mode that's really fun. It's like a Renegades and something, cops and robbers type thing. That is a lot of fun. And I'm a legit Bomberman fan, so I had to get that.
Nice. I'm waiting for that to drop.
There's a patch.
Yeah, it's
got released.
$40 at Best Buy currently. And just
Zelda?
enough left over. No, I had that for the Wii U, so I wanted to get the Pro controller, but that thing's like $70+. So I'm like, F that, and I'll just get these game pads. I got this Mario themed one.
Nice.
I think these were at Walmart for $25, and I did get the Zelda one of that. So,
how are those?
Yeah, I was just trying them out for the first time tonight. They feel pretty good, actually. It's weird. It's kind of like shoot, I have the boxes up there.
Can I see that Mario one again? I just want to see how the analog sticks are lining up on that guy.
Oh yeah, it's very 360. It's kind of flat on top, though. Don't necessarily like that, but yeah. I can show you the box here. Just give me a moment.
Oh, I'm present for now then. I still have to either sell or return that extra copy of Mario I got.
You got 30 days through Amazon, right?
Yeah. I'm just worried about being hit with like a restock fee or something.
Gasp.
They didn't when I sent back Andromeda. That's not to say that my situation is any different from yours, but...
Yeah, it's mostly just like because I've waited now.
Oh, sure.
Power A. Well, that's reversed, but...
Only for you.
Only for you. It's reversed. But you can go into the settings and change that, actually.
I'm good.
If you would like.
And just the Activision edition of Atari Flashback 8. Activision.
Do they own Atari?
Activision?
Yeah.
I'm
Or does some
don't think
jabroni
so.
in the garage own it or something?
Yeah. Good question.
No.
Someone bought them, but I don't remember who.
Oh, is
I don't know if it
going
was
to be like
actually even a developer.
ad games?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
Hi, Eric. Hopefully, we'll see you later. Bye.
He's gonna miss my pickups. Oh,
Yeah, I'll
I'm
present you
sorry.
that.
Scared him away.
sorry. All right. Well, I guess I'll try to do as many as I got in the order they arrived or I found them in. So this was one of my top games I was looking for at Portland, and I kind of broke down and bought it because it was below my asking price for Portland. So I kind of jumped on it, and I got Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. So now I have, I believe every single version of the game. So I'm very happy about this one.
Yeah, I thought you had picked that up before. Was that a different version of it?
That was probably, I picked up the American version from Miles.
Okay.
For the PS1, but the Saturn version is known as the superior version because
Is
of
that
the
in
additional
English?
RAM. The game, when you start playing it, is. That's the thing.
It's region free?
I have a Japanese Saturn.
Oh, okay.
Which is in currently Yoshi's possession because he's fixing the laser on that one. The laser needs to get updated. It's a little worn on it, so I'm just waiting for him to send it back. So so when he gets it back, I can play it. But this one was high my list here. And
That's a great game.
Jared, what's up, buddy? Yeah, what's it called? So everyone knows I've been hunting these for a while, and these were Canada exclusive. Yes, it is, buddy.
Mm-hmm. He's inside this time.
This is X-Men the Animated Series. I left the sticker price on so Bill can get a good estimate on how much these are going for in the States. So this is volume 1. There's 5 volumes. I think Amazon just started carrying these guys, and they have the cardboard sleeve. So I bought it because they had the cardboard sleeve, and they're a little bit cheaper than they were on Amazon. So it's volume 1, and I bought volume 2 because it was a little bit cheaper too. One of the stores that I normally check out on my lunch break had it. It's like kind of a resale shop. So there's 5 volumes. It's the original early 90s animated series. I would like to get all of them. Spider-Man still hasn't been released yet so far from what I found in the States. Only Canada, but they're starting to get the volumes that were exclusive to Canada now in the United States.
If it makes you feel any better, I don't think my Canadian editions actually have slipcovers, so I'm mildly annoyed now.
I think it's something new they might have just started doing because, like I said, after it, I went and started checking around, and the only place I can find that has them and sells them is Amazon. So, it's not something I'm sure. It's something probably fairly new that they just got kind of released here. Maybe Fox released them because of the new X-Men movies, you know. And then I found for last. So then I found
still making movies anyway.
Yeah, I found this at a resale shop, or not resale shop, at thrift store last week Wednesday, which is student discount day. So with my student ID, it's an N64 with controller and the cords, and the price it was listed at $24.99, and my student discount is 20%. So with these two, the controller plus game, console, and I was digging around, and they put some games that were behind the glass on the shelf because they didn't sell, and they forgot to they took the sticker price off it. So I asked them how much they want for it, and they said 50 cents for the games. So I got a WrestleMania for Super Nintendo.
That's
and
Super
then I picked
WrestleMania,
up,
sir.
I'm sorry. And I picked up one of my favorite games on the N64. It's a hidden gem, if you will. Wayne Gretzky 3D Hockey. It's a fantastic hockey game. So I bought these both for 50 cents a piece. Well, actually below 50 cents because bundled together that was about 21 something, I think, for all that. So, and then I found this on Friday, up the Goodwill. So there's no. Well, actually, this was because they changed student discount day from Saturdays to Fridays now at Goodwill. So this was a student discount pickup, and I found Super Princess Peach.
Nice.
Always meant to try that out. Have to let us know how it is.
Catherine just played it and she really liked it.
Some Pokemon game I never heard of called Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Almia. Sure. Well, I guess I don't know if you see these sticker prices too. So these are $5. All these here are $5, just to prove my point, because I know Bill loves the sticker prices. Pokemon Platinum version, $5. These are all complete too. I don't know if you want me to show you guys that, but these are all complete. All featuring
I'm gonna need proof every time.
I will show you.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I have no problem showing you guys that. Pokemon White.
Ooh.
If it slips
I'll
on.
redeem those club points.
I know, but it's over with. Actually, I better not show it.
Freeze frame on that.
No. Fix this later. Pokemon Pearl version. Pokemon Diamond version. And Pokemon Heart Gold version. So
that's a juicy one.
Yeah, so then with my student discount.
Walker.
So these were, I think it's 15% off. And I can't remember the exact price, but $5 a piece, below, and student discount 15%. So,
some kid must have been really bad for his parents to donate.
I left the Nintendogs in the brain age. I caught it right as the guy brought the cart with the games, DVDs, and books on it. So he's ready to load the shelf, and I was like, "Don't worry, sir. I'll take this off your hands." And left the Nintendogs for him. So 7 DS games. So that's
nice of you to leave some meat on the bone.
Yeah, you gotta leave some meat. Karma.
So the question is, how far away from an Xbox One X are you?
I don't know. I'd have to go to GameStop and do my trade-in values here. Even though I think I'm gonna get way more money for selling them on eBay, which I'm probably gonna do.
Yeah, you would.
I'm hoping I would. The thing I debate is, and I'm probably just gonna sell them right away. But I'm thinking with Black Friday next week, it's probably best that I put them up the following week because I think I like to have my auctions end on Sundays. But the thing is, I think with next week being Black Friday week, if I did the following week, it would be interfering kind of with Black Friday shopping and Cyber Monday. That's probably best to wait for the following week, maybe to post them on eBay for buyers. So,
fuck.
The most expensive one I think I saw in the
Poor
group.
Jared.
Poor Jared.
Screaming
Sweet
kid.
shirt though.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, my daughter's just going psycho, and it's all right. Solo parent at the moment. Yeah.
Nice new shirt you got there.
Yeah, nice shirt.
Oh yeah, I haven't even had a chance to send any of those shirts out. Yeah, no, I've got. They are coming. They're in the mail.
Why don't you model it for us here? Do a twirl or something.
I think that's what he's doing.
He's trying to.
Done.
Come on.
You gotta stretch it out a little bit more.
This is a spaced out edition. It's white. It's got retro. It's got revolutions. It's got me. It's got a picture of the Cartridge Club right there.
The cartoon you.
And then there's one of the sponsors of the shows there, and there's an Xbox covered in blood, PlayStation 2, and it's got the red ring of death on it.
Lots of hidden things on that shirt.
Yeah. Oh, and like a bit of a futuristic style city thing.
It's a glow in the dark.
No, I glow in the dark. I've been playing too much PlayStation.
It's not a bad thing.
I haven't slept for like 3 days. Probably
Cool.
without more than like an hour and a half. But I've been playing a lot of PlayStation Portable on the thing. It's been awesome.
Yeah,
That's cool. Does it rumble by chance?
The controller.
Yeah.
No.
No, I don't. Well, I don't
Neither
think.
did the PSP though.
Yeah, that's right.
Then what do you want to put a rumble pack on it?
You'd have to
Wow.
code the games. You'd have to have.
Yeah, why don't you go back and recode the games now? Why don't you learn some C++ now and
Or you could just
just recode, reburn UMDs and everything.
or just set it to rumble at random times.
There you go.
Hopefully you get lucky.
Put that in the PSP2 DX version.
Yeah. Oh, was it meant to go on the controller, not on the console? It just goes. Oh, whoops. Yeah. Oh, fuck. What's been going on? Did I miss pickups and everything?
there wasn't much. Just me, Musty, and Kyle.
Oh, that's enough to have a party.
You can do
Kyle's.
your-
I liked your Halo video. That was sick. The Halo Atari game.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
2600. Yeah, that's one I always wanted to get. So I know Musty wants it.
I've been looking for that since
a
Midwest. I really want a complete copy, but
complete. Yeah, I was going to say the carts themselves on AtariAge.com. They're $30 US. So
they
You got
they're
a
still
booklet with it, though.
producing- They're still producing.
yeah, it's just the carts. Yeah, cart/manual, I should say.
That's not a bad deal.
No, that's why I jumped on. I'm like, oh crap, I can do 30.
Breaking news, I think Nintendo heard our demo talk earlier because you can now search game demos on the Switch.
Yay!
That took them long enough to add
Whoa.
to the eShop. You can actually look at the games that have demos.
You had to go
without
in
going
through,
game
like-
by game.
There was a if you went in through the news section,
Yeah.
you could find it.
Yep.
But no, that's great.
Yep. Finally.
Cartridge Club effect.
That's right.
Yep, I'm sure it was that.
Cool that we were talking about demos and that's when they finally decided to do it.
Did you go look? by
They were
chance?
watching the Hangout. They were watching the Hangouts and they're like, oh shit.
People want
he's
like,
like-
demos?
They're
Oh
like,
no.
Steve, did you hit the demo button? Crap, I forgot about the demo button.
Steve.
Deploy the damn.
I don't need demos because I'm Homer Simpson. What's that guy off that Frank Grimes or whatever?
Yeah.
Yep.
Did anyone ever see that episode?
Yep.
Didn't wash your hands.
He hates Homer because he's so stupid and what is it? Obscure. Like everything's just it goes fine for him, but he's such an idiot. And this guy walks into the nuclear power station, all college educated and everything, and just gets such a hard time.
Yep.
So he ends up just going a bit nutty and basically puts his hand into a big switchboard and kills himself.
I don't need safety gloves because I'm.
Yeah. Because I'm Homer Simpson.
It's good.
He also didn't think Homer would win that child's competition either. The redesign of the nuclear plant.
Oh yeah.
I think a racing stripe was an
Nuclear.
additional touch.
Nuclear.
Yeah, it's pronounced nuclear.
So how come you're getting N64 carts when you got a complete collection?
I don't know. 50 cents is a pretty good price. Granted, it's like a $4 or $5 game, but I think it's a really good game. If someone wants it, this is a really good game. You know?
Do you have
He's
a
going for
Banjo-Tooie in box?
two complete sets.
Yeah, I'm going for double the complete sets here. This is my backup.
You have
This is my backup here.
Yes, back.
Are they all in box or are they just loose?
Just loose. Who's got time
We'll
to
start collecting boxes then.
I don't have that kind of money to be collecting cardboard boxes, for cartridge-based games.
It's so much easier with plastic ones, but the cardboard boxes look better if they're kept mint.
Yeah, but it's so hard to find that stuff then too. It's just easier to do universal game cases. Plus that resembles more of me. I rented games way more than owning games as a kid. So to me, that's closer to my experience with gaming as a kid. So
you're going for the nostalgia effect.
Complete set of the stickers, the instruction stickers that they would put on the back of the rental cases. You know what I'm talking about?
Stickers for the
it was like a single sticker that they would put all of the controls and instructions on. It was usually like a yellow. Maybe this is.
It might be your region of thing.
See if I can find a picture of it.
Yeah,
I don't even remember.
Do you have a complete set of
words in a sentence?
He's loading.
Buffering.
Jared's going into the buffer zone.
Do you have the end labels, Ryan?
I don't like them. I don't like those end labels. I've passed on those before.
But then you can stack them sideways.
I'd rather have them stacked in their universal game cases.
That's so much more space efficient.
Yeah, I know, but
it looks nice.
They look better.
Do you know how to be? Does anyone know how to be a Zoidberg? It's pretty easy. You got this. What is that? What do you got, Kyle?
Oh, I'm just fiddling around. It's the joystick for the
Atari Flashback Play Atari games, or is it all just built in?
Yeah, it's just built in. No slot.
So you can't play Halo.
No, unless I send it to Jared and he can put a cartridge slot.
I could do that. I could make your ACT games play actual cartridges.
Poorly.
Surprised they haven't done that yet.
But it would probably be better to get an actual 2600 and just put a Pi in it that can take the ARC games, and then you got the Pi over game, so you can just hit a switch and make it Pi if you want. So it just outputs to the same port and goes everything through the same powers, everything, and just goes out for the same video signal. But I'd upgrade your video signal to RGB or HDMI and then put an inline Pi. So you just hit a little switch on the controller that I'd put in there, and it just makes it go to emulators if you want it, or you just put cartridges on. That's what you do. The ACT games way would be kind of silly because you'd have to bring everything into it. I don't know what it's like. If you opened it up, is it a Pi inside, or is it like a complete unique PCB?
I'm not sure. Open one of their older models up.
Are they?
Do a teardown.
Is the sound good on those? Because everyone tells me that the ACT game ones on the Genesis is no good.
Yeah, the Genesis one's pretty rough. I mean, it's Atari. You get the beeps and boops. This thing.
I suppose. That Halo game looked pretty rough, though. It's one-shot kill.
Yeah. Did Miles have any pickups, or he's been quiet?
Just one.
I've got some pickups.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Miles is here. I didn't even see him. I've got to turn my phone screen slightly left. Oh, there he is on the end. No, it's Catherine.
Catherine is...
Hey, Catherine.
No,
it says your name is Catherine.
Oh.
Hey, Catherine.
On our end.
Hey, how's it going?
No, it's not. It's Stu.
That's for his weekend streams.
I got this.
Nice one, Stews.
I don't know where it's...
What is it? An Xbox One X?
Xbox One X.
It is...
Project Scorpio Edition?
Oh, yeah.
Scorpio. Nice. Hank Scorpio Edition.
Scorpio!
Yeah.
Imagine if it was like they had like a polish or artwork of Hank Scorpio on it. That would make it feel a lot more special.
Important.
Yeah. I imagine like in a couple
I think they'd sell quite a lot as well.
Someone just finds an etch of Hank's whatever the guy's name
Business
is.
hammock.
Yeah, finds a sketch of him on one of the boards inside the system.
The hammock district.
Well, there is
That'd
a.
be funny.
There's hammocks or us.
You do know what's actually
Ooh,
in
the
the
hammock
board, right? Did you read about that?
Sorry.
There's a Halo thing.
So there is
Yeah.
on the board in there. There is a picture of Master Chief riding a scorpion. No joke.
Well, that's where all the money went then. So
That extra.
there's I got this. EB Games had a deal where it was Xbox One used games were $5 off. So I got this for $4.
Yeah.
I grabbed this.
That's a good time.
A musty Hobbit recommendation.
Yeah.
I've got to go back to being dad, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Bye, buddy.
See ya.
I see.
Sorry.
It's Quantum Break for my queue.
My cue as well.
I really need to finish my CCABCs. Killer Instinct.
Fantastic fighting game.
Yeah, that's really good.
And this was on sale at Best Buy for $20. So
Nice.
grab that.
Just passed that one
That
myself.
is supposed to be that is supposed to be the if you want to show off how.
Yeah, that's why we bought it. I don't. Yeah, I don't really. I'm not a huge Halo fan.
Yeah.
But
So, here's
but
the
I
picture.
heard.
Here's the picture of
Hold on. There you go.
there. That is
Oh.
on the board.
Nice.
Master Chef. Right.
Yeah.
I'll have to crack it open with a hammer just to be sure.
No, don't do that.
This
For
place
some reason, I-
this video gets.
never let Reinhardt get his hands on Xbox.
But the real pickup.
For some reason, I was thinking of a Scorpion, the tank.
This was the one I was most excited.
No,
about.
he was actually running a
Yeah, that's actual Scorpion.
Mr. Domino.
Yeah, no one can stop
Nice.
Mr. Domino. Check to just be sure. And then I got this Galaga 90 on the TurboGrafx. I got these at
think I have
the
that one.
Oshawa Games. And I got this long box game. I think I spent $5 on this. So I like the long box
game.
PS1 games. Zero Divide. It looks like the worst fighting game of all time.
Well, one should never divide by 0.
Look at that. That's going to be me. I'm going to be having all that fun. See that? Yeah, it looks great.
Taking it to the next level.
Yep. Oh, and then, sorry, I also got...
He's not even going to need his Xbox.
Yeah, I know, right? This is all I need. I need this and Mr. Domino. This and Mr. Domino and me, we're going to be all right. We're going to be fine.
It looks like Dean says he's missing that one.
Oh, he's missing
So if
Zero
you don't-
Divide? Well, too bad. There's one less in circulation now. Ha Gotcha, Dean. I could lend it to him. He'll probably be finished with it in like a minute. Or...
It's like hand it to him, go to the bathroom, come back, you'll get the game back because it'll be done.
I beat it with every character on the hardest difficulty. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Okay.
So stop presenting me because this is
That's cool.
awkward.
You grabbed three of my recommendations.
I did. Yeah, before.
I hope I don't fail you.
Sorry. I mean, as soon as I saw your video, I went and picked up all these.
You weren't waiting in line, and when you were to buy that, you're like, I'm not throw these on here. I just got done watching a video.
The system came out. I hadn't even spoken about this to Catherine, and I sent her an email, and I was like, "Would you think I'm crazy if I just came home with an Xbox One X?" And she was just like, "Yeah, you'd be crazy." And then the next email I sent was, "Hey, guess what I bought?"
It was the Scorpio edition, though, so you had to buy it.
Yep.
Yeah, I went in
I'm
and
gonna wait.
somebody else said, "What? You still have Scorpio editions?" And I was like, "I'll take one." That's what happened.
I'm going to wait for the Ares edition myself. It's my
Aries?
Zodiac.
Yeah.
Aries edition. That was a very bad joke. Don't.
Oh, I got
I'll
it.
go now. Bye.
Just gotta wait
He's
for
just
the
gonna roll underneath the camera. Just-
They're gonna come out with that Square Enix Avengers game, and they'll make an Iron Man variant.
Ooh, I wish.
Actually, they added a bunch of that. I don't know if I mentioned this when this happened, but you know that I was talking about before, those missing issues of the '90s Iron Man on Marvel Unlimited.
Oh, I remember. Or chat. Yeah.
Yeah, they added all of those except for 3 issues. I don't know why they did that. There's 3 specific issues just missing at random points. But every other issue's there now. It's weird.
Cartridge Club effect.
Sort of. Email about that, see if they can add Bad Blood at the same time. That's never been reprinted.
Yeah.
I will stop talking about Iron Man comics now because I'm boring everyone but Kyle.
Michelini and Layton, the best Iron Man duo, writer, artist, did the Bad Blood series. Good stuff.
I want to find out what happened to Justin Hammer after that series.
To the best of my knowledge, they never brought him back.
It just left there floating in space, covered in ice.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we've seen him yet.
Such a random place to leave a character off. It's like the Guardians will find him and he'll just cause trouble for the Guardians of the Galaxy at one random point.
That would be an interesting plot.
Yeah. They'll be just like, well, it couldn't go that bad. Whoever it is in the ice, the last person we found floating in space and ice was Thor, so actually no, that wasn't even that team, never mind. That was the original Guardians. Mixing up my teams. Been spending too much time in the backlog of Marvel Unlimited.
I need to try out that service.
Yeah, it can be a little bit of a pain in the ass, but if you've got a tablet, it's good.
I do.
Someone can chime in with some other topic now.
That was the Iron Man corner from FitNet.
You're only on every so often.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the Game Awards nominees?
I actually haven't looked at them yet.
I don't like that I have to be signed in with my Facebook account to vote if I want to vote. I don't like that one bit.
Well, then how do they stop you from voting multiple times?
I don't know. Why can't I use my Twitter account?
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
They could make you log in with MySpace.
Yeah. Only people with Friendster accounts can vote.
Or like Utopia or whatever the hell that other one was.
Oh, the awards here.
My top 8.
You can only log
Google
in with
Plus.
PSN.
Geoff Keighley. Okay.
Are you going to tell him you don't like it?
I don't like it, Geoff. Spell your name correctly with a J.
Gorf Geely.
Gorf.
Well, what about the giraffe from Toys R Us? Does that just make you really mad?
Gorfrey. A little bit, but I don't see them anymore because they're bankrupt. I've never heard anyone talk about, except for Frantic, about PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds.
I see.
Wow, you are literally never on the internet.
No, I don't.
It's like the biggest game.
It is the biggest game.
I quickly tired of watching
what I look
play it, but it's impossible not to see it if you
I have my blinders on. I just skip past all that crap that's on Twitch. I go straight to what I like on Twitch. I don't step out that first page at all.
When I said in that little convo that PUBG got nominated, and you said, "What's PUBG?" I was just like, "Really?"
Sorry.
It's really a PC game. Like
Yeah.
even if it's going to be on Xbox.
Yeah.
Like
most see, that's what makes it not a real game then. So, zing.
It didn't come out on the N64, so it didn't exist.
No, it's not PlayStation. It's not real.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm on board with that.
Yeah. So that one looks okay. I was a little disappointed Nier wasn't on there, but what are you gonna do? I know it's also got that what's it called? I was looking at it right now. Sorry, I get distracted. Because most of these games have been on the board since day one that that they came out that this Game of Year candidates, with the exception of PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds because it's a fake game. So they got Gaming Direction. Almost the same. Best Narrative.
No, Gaming Direction has Wolfenstein on there.
And 7.
That's a pretty specific Game of the Year category.
I'll
except for PUBG, it's like everything's related.
And everything's been there since, they lived up to their hypes, if you will.
Yeah. They can only nominate Persona 5 or a Persona game every few years, so they got to get it in there.
That's the one I voted for.
Even over
Best menu layout 2017.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Best narrative
monsters.
Best narrative should be a pretty good category because it's Hellblade, Horizon, Nier, Wolfenstein 2, and What Remains of Edith Finch.
Wolfenstein.
I'm holding off on Hellblade. I'm holding off on Hellblade because I really think there's probably going to be a physical release on that one some point down the road.
Part of me is, hearing less and less about it being a physical release and just want to play it, but I don't have a headset. And I've heard that game is
very headset-y heavy.
Do you have a Turtle Beach headset?
I don't. I could go pick one up, but I don't have one currently. I could put it on a wish list for Christmas or something. Probably should just do that.
What kind of Xbox headset do you have?
The stock Day One edition, single ear.
Never mind.
But I have but this model, this has the 3.5, so I could.
Yeah, because what I was saying was why I was bringing that up is here's my Turtle Beach XB1 or XO1, whatever the hell it was, and so there's that adapter on the end, but it's just the regular headphone jack on the end, and you can use this on PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
So PlayStation VR is on sale on Black Friday. Sorry, I didn't mean to change the subject. I was just looking to see if there was the PlayStation headset. I thought the VR started
Would these work?
Yeah.
Would these work just fine?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can't really chat with that, but you can listen to things.
Yeah, that's all I would. I mean, Hellblade's a single player game, anyways.
Yeah, I do that with these all the time. I just plug these in to listen to games.
Same.
All right, we'll get back to the Game Awards here in a minute. So narrative, that'd be an interesting one.
Yeah, narrative. I like that category.
Destiny 2 is vote. Whoa. Okay, there's more than two. There's more than 2 nominations for Destiny 2. That's kind of surprising.
What, art direction and
art direction and sound. Those are really the only things that it can be voted for. Regrettably,
I'm gonna be very sad if Nier did someone best music.
I need to listen to the soundtrack on that. I need to play the game.
You don't think Odyssey will take it?
It's either Odyssey or Cuphead, honestly. Probably are the more likely candidates. I know they all have good music. The one with the least music is Zelda, but still.
I haven't played Cuphead yet, but Nier's by far and away the best OST this year for me.
No way. Persona 5 for sure. It's really not even close. Once you hear the music in Persona 5, and you have to listen to it for 120 hours, and it never gets old. It's like still good after 120 hours of that game.
It better be.
I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
right?
I've listened to the OST for Automata a few times at work, and I think it holds up. Even though I think the first one has a better OST, I think this one is the best that I heard this year.
I feel like even without playing the games so much, the Melina, however you say her last name, that played Senua and Hellblade, is a pretty safe bet for best performance. Just from what I'm hearing, plus that's like the motion capture of her face, plus the actual vocal performance. And at least it looks like that from the picture. But
over Uncharted and Horizon?
I mean, like, I haven't played. I just feel like that's going to be a popular vote, just for how focused on that character and that character's journey that game is specifically.
I have to vote for my Claudia
Well,
Black.
I feel like the Uncharted one's kind of split the vote, right?
I'd see Claudia
like the Uncharted.
I would love to say I could play Life is Strange, but I'm waiting for a physical copy for Before the Storm.
Same.
Well, the Game Awards don't care about your qualms with physical copies.
Well, I don't care about the Game Awards. How do you like that? Okay.
I actually like all the previews they show on the Game Awards now. I know it's not really about the previews, but anytime I get a preview of like a game during a show like that, I get excited.
That's really the only thing I tune in for, because I remember when they revealed
the Oscars need to
Breath of the Wild.
They need to give us summer blockbusters during the Oscars.
Yeah, you're like you say that as a joke, but that's serious.
You were right. Yeah,
pretty good.
You're right about that one. You know, that's one of the reasons people turn in for the Super Bowl to see some.
So let me ask then the question. Here's a question then. What do you think about most anticipated game as an award category?
That's stupid.
That is a dumb idea.
It is a good idea as a marketing thing. Like if the Game Awards aren't actually to be taken seriously, like to have a most anticipated game award, the equivalent of that to have a most anticipated movie award, that would be an MTV Awards category.
Yeah, that is the spent the most on advertising category.
Yes, exactly.
Because one of them in there is not likely to be, well, at this point is not likely to be a 2018 game.
Which one?
Last of Us Part 2. I don't
think
that's coming out in 2018.
Right?
I think it is coming out. I mean, they've
coming out too.
They've already showed a ton of that game. That game's coming out next year.
They showed 2.
That game will be out before Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah, it's Metroid Prime 4.
I don't disagree with her.
Nintendo said Metroid Prime 4 is coming out next year, and they've showed a number 4. That's all they've shown.
But it was rendered perfectly.
But then why is Metroid Prime 4 not on this list?
Because I guess you have to show more than the number 4.
But how is, like, I don't know, like,
I like that
varying levels of these games. There's varying levels of like, of course they're all anticipated. I don't know how you could say that one is more anticipated than the rest.
Metroid's definitely winning handheld jam.
I don't mean to change the subject here, but best family game is kind of funny because it's all games that are on the Switch.
So the only ones releasing family games.
Yeah.
Those are some silly categories, really.
Odyssey will win it.
Oh yeah.
At least my
most anticipated. I think Red Dead's probably gonna win most anticipated.
Ooh.
Actually, it would be pretty cool to see Mario and Rabbids win for best family game, because Mario is going to take a few other awards anyway for Odyssey, but just kind of give them that.
Where's the best Sonic game award here?
Best Sonic.
Bubsy is the winner for best Sonic game.
I mean, what's his name who does the voice for Mario isn't nominated for voice actor. He did a lot of good woohoos.
Let's not say anything.
Oh, he did. I'm lost.
Best esports game. None of these are fighting games, so none of them get my vote.
All right, we'll be right back.
I think it's going to be Overwatch.
Well, what's one of the categories is what best ongoing game, basically, right?
Yep. It's
Best
the way for them to
student
vote.
game. What the hell is that? Pass.
Best what?
Student game.
Student Game Award.
Hey
This
guys,
is your.
I'm
This is
gonna
your.
take off. Take it easy. Have a good one.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Open up that Xbox One X one of these days.
Yeah,
Good
one
night,
day. Good night. Good night, Eric.
This guy, Dr. Disrespect, is the best, in my opinion. Right? He's got a good look going for him.
That guy looks like a turd.
He's got all that money behind him. He's clearly going to beat up this guy who's got a ventilator going in his neck here or something.
What in the hell are you guys talking about?
So
Gaming
there's
awards.
the influencer one, the trending gamer. That's what it is.
Okay, I either missed that or there it is.
Yeah, trending gamer nominations. One of the guys is from Cloud9.
Oh, there we go. I didn't see the names under that.
The guy from Able Gamers, like his cause is really like, if there's somebody who deserves to win it, it's probably him. I think Andrea Renee is
she's familiar. What was she in before? Was she on IGN?
She ran the she does What's Good Games. She ran the World Championships.
Oh, NWC.
She was the stage person for World Championships.
Because I recognized her from some other things. That's why.
You watched the NWC, didn't you?
Yeah, but I tuned in and out because I was just like, this is way too long of a show.
Yeah, she was the stage talent.
That was a 6 hour.
But then, yeah, like this half coordinated guy has like 2,000 Twitter followers.
Yeah, but a lot of these awards are. How much of the vote comes from the fans, right? Probably like 1% of the vote. Because if you look, there's a committee at the top, basically. There's a committee at the very top here where you can see who are the. Well, we can check the rules here, I guess. There's a voting jury. So I imagine like one vote. The total vote from the fans probably only counts for one, vote for the award.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's kind of
no, just keep it on for the rest of the night, please. There you go. We'll just have the rest of the show like this. We'll just talk and have the rest of the show like this.
Hey, Carl.
Oh, Lord Vader.
You hear that?
Hey, you can
Probably
see some
just
papers here.
We don't need to see our papers.
We don't need to see his papers.
These are not the trolls you're looking for.
Can this just be the logo for the show here, the thumbnail?
We'll see if it picks it up. Otherwise, I'd have to go screen grab it.
Completely derailed, but it's worth it.
No, it's totally worth it. We can have a conversation like this. This is the best, honestly. But yeah, so yeah, I honestly I think the fan vote only counts for like one of the because there's like 12 different judges or group communities. So I imagine each one of them has a vote, and then there's one from the fan vote, basically.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, like last year, I don't know who he was up against, but a YouTuber with millions of followers won. So I don't know what impact that has. I mean, obviously, a person who has that kind of following probably has a strong influence over the industry and public sentiment and things like that. So I think that's the core of the whole award is like this person causes trends, this person yeah. But like, yeah, like you said, there's only one person on that list I know, and not very well either. So that category is probably not meant for me.
I don't even know what's going on with this.
I don't care. It's the best. I think we have a conversation like this. I just think it's best for people tuning in. Let's see if there's any messages going on in the chat here.
No.
Nope. All right. Well, whatever. I think it's fun.
Musty, do you know what Flock of Nerds is sending you? Is it a surprise?
No, I don't. He alluded to the fact that he could tell me, like, because my wife saw Diego's tweet yesterday and messaged me and said, "What did you win?"
Oh, it's for the Flock of... Okay. Sorry,
For the
I
totally-
forgot.
for
It's
the
for
totally random-
thing. Yeah, okay. Sorry. I thought he just found something for you and was sending you something.
No.
It's for the contest. Yeah, I got you.
Hey, I asked a question like they asked. I followed the instructions. It just so happened.
Cool.
Yeah.
Eric, are you gonna buy a PlayStation VR for $200 on Black Friday?
Doubtful.
Oh.
Doubtful.
Actually, it's cheaper. I think. Hold on, let me check my spreadsheet here.
I am following the Black Friday, trying to follow the Black Friday deals. There's probably a half a dozen games I'd like to try to pick up.
$190 at Target for their card, Target Red Card.
What is that, Pat? What is that? Is that just the helmet?
Yeah,
Does it come with any Move controllers?
I am not 100% on that one.
Ooh.
Okay. I remember buying some of those Move controllers. They were on clearance, $10 maybe.
Yeah, and then when they
grabbed a
announced,
few.
and then when they announced the PlayStation VR will support them, they shot right back
They
up.
shot right back up. Yeah.
I found one at a Goodwill for $1.
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
It works. So I have
There you
two.
go.
Actually, I have three of them.
So the camera.
Mhm.
What do you think is a good price to pick up the camera at if I saw it at a secondhand shop?
What it sells like for what, 60 new, right? 50, $60 new.
That sounds right to me.
Okay.
So honestly, I mean, let's just see what GameStop's selling for you. My guess is they're selling it for 40 probably.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's just check the spreadsheet, see if they have the camera on here. No, I don't see.
I know what they're offering for. I know what GameStop is offering for trade. I'm just curious if.
Do you want it for VR or do you just want it? Is this for your stream?
No, I mean, no, it wouldn't be for my stream. Although that would be a convenient way to be able to stream PlayStation, but
Isn't that what you're doing? Aren't you streaming PlayStation or Xbox?
Nope. Xbox.
Do you have a camera for your Xbox One?
I can use the webcam I have.
Are you sure?
Or I can use my Kinect.
Oh, you have a Kinect? Okay.
So there's two revisions. Apparently, there's a revision of it. So it's $60 brand new.
Mhm.
It's $40 used, and there's the revision one is $45.
Do you happen to know if the different they did change the camera? Do you happen to know if the old camera will work with the VR, or do you need the new revision?
I believe the camera comes with the VR, right? Let's see what the VR.
Because I already have a camera, but it's the
like
old one.
Like the VR is almost useless if there's no camera.
Wait, it says PlayStation.
Well, that's
4
true,
camera
but it's
required for
useless
the
unless
VR
there's a
function.
PS4 also, and they don't sell them all with PS4s. So
It says the PlayStation 4 camera is required for the VR.
I thought there was
functions.
one that didn't come with the camera because a lot of people have, like me, already have them.
VR headset includes. Blah, blah, blah. No, I don't see the camera with the. I mean, I have the basic one.
The basic. What do you
Basic
have?
camera.
The basic camera.
Basic
Will that
camera.
work with the VR? Do you know?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I think it does. Can ask Julian though. Julian has it though. Because it says, well, wait, the VR camera. What's called the VR motion camera?
Boring.
So the secondhand shop had one. I say had because I waffled on picking it up. Had it at $12.99.
Oh.
But I was
now
like,
it's gone.
I don't know. I haven't gone back.
Hmm?
That was a couple days ago,
yeah.
so there's a chance it is gone. But if I wait until the weekend, it will most certainly be gone.
What happened?
For $12.99, I'd likely pick one up if I
Funny.
didn't already have one.
Okay.
Good stuff.
I mean, I know that. So the immediate thought in my head was, what is GameStop taking in trade for this? And it's like $16, so it wouldn't have been a huge like leap. If it had been like a $20 or $25 in trade, I probably would have been like, yeah, I'm doubling my money just by picking this up right now. I would have done that, but at the same time, it's like, if I can get that, if like VR does not appeal to me, but if VR suddenly appealed to me all of a sudden, then I already have one of the components.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, according to this, the only difference is the structure that it's in. That's the same exact camera, except it's the new one's kind of in a circular tube, and the other one's in a square. So that's the only difference between us. And the camera will work with the VR. The old camera will work with the VR.
Okay.
So I'm looking it up, Musty, because in spite of my
features are the same.
Snarky, which came out more snarky than I intended. So I apologize. My snarky answer. I don't know that they actually sell any VR bundles without the camera. So it might not make sense. Is there one?
The one according to GameStop that I looked at, that's $300. That will be $200 on Black Friday to $190. I think is the one that comes without the camera.
Okay. So yeah, because it doesn't make sense to buy a camera if every VR bundle is going to come with one anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking on Amazon, and I'm not seeing one without it. Where did you see this bundle, Ryan?
I'm looking at the Cheap Ass Gamer for Black Friday.
Okay.
I just went to GameStop's website and looked at the PlayStation VR.
Okay. Oh, on GameStop. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I would say $12.99. I don't know. It gives you voice commands for the PlayStation.
Sounds like we're talking about cameras. I do have that one you're talking about. Yeah.
The PS4 one.
Yeah.
There's a shop near my house. There's a shop close to work that had one a couple days, like maybe 2 days ago. When did I go by? Might have been Saturday that I drove past it and stopped in, and it was there. And I was thinking about it, and I'm like, I ended up passing because I had picked up the guides that I showed you, and it wasn't immediately apparent to me that I might consider actually keeping it. So I don't know. If I go back and it's there, I'll probably pick it up, because if I could flip it for $30, then great. And if it didn't flip, then I could have it until it does, because for some reason a bunch of old listings on Facebook that I have, like, all of a sudden are getting traction. Like, I'm just getting pinged about them, like, one after another, but I hadn't renewed them for like 2 weeks. Like, somebody finally came across it and was like, I want this, like that stack of Pokemon cards. Paid $7, got $20. So
good deal.
Yeah. I have no idea.
I think that's a good way to help cut the cost of that VR a little bit. Just get the camera first.
Speaking of cameras, as a side note, I had your Stormtrooper plush thing presented for like 10, 15 minutes, just solid as the conversation was going.
That's what's going to get the views.
Yep. But as I said, put it as a thumbnail tomorrow, Musty.
Yeah.
If possible.
I
get
can
that Star Wars hype.
Possible.
Star Wars hype.
Anyone else?
Going back in
a month? We're a month away.
Anyone else getting Battlefront 2, or just me?
I almost did. I considered, who was it that was talking about this? I almost traded in. Huh?
Everybody was talking about it.
No, I meant the Best Buy trade-in deal.
He goes frantic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost did that, but then decided, huh?
What's the Best Buy deal?
Well, so the Best Buy deal is, well, first of all, I get Gamers Club. Second of all, they were offering a $10 pre-order bonus, and third, if you traded in a version of the original Battlefront, they give you the trade-in value plus another $10. So effectively, the game would go from 60 to 48 to 38 to 28. Huh. So I almost did that because I've got a copy of Battlefront laying around that I bought for the PlayStation. Because I wasn't thinking that I can't play it on PlayStation. I don't have PSN. And so I was going to trade it in because the game's worthless, but the $10 was making it. But then I didn't. I waited. And then, of course, the big announcement came out that they were goofing around with this pay to play or whatever it is that everybody's all bent out of shape about. So
the way the loot boxes are implemented, which can be changed post-launch.
Yeah.
Like everything else about the game is something I'm looking forward to playing, but
me too.
They've already admitted to some adjustment to their plan. But I mean, they made that big stand about like all the characters are going to be free. They said that.
They did. Is that why people are upset because they said it?
They specifically said that. Like, now it may have been that they were specifically referring to Finn and somebody else as being playable for free, but.
Well, you're getting them in the game for free, but the way you unlock them within the game is strange. Like, all future DLC is going to be free for everyone, but then they've got the microtransaction thing to counterbalance that, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So the thing that on the internet is getting furious about was some Reddit post, which I didn't read the post itself.
Yeah. I, of course, posted like 3 full 280 character tweets about the response to it. Which I'm not defending what they're doing. I just think if we're going to provide feedback on this kind of thing, we can do better than saying screw EA and then go on about our hype for the new Overwatch character, another game that has loot boxes in it, which nobody complains about. Except for the meta of drop items, but still.
I think there are some people who incorrectly loop Blizzard in with the people who are doing this really incorrectly.
Yeah, but it's, as I said in my tweet, that it's not that they exist; it's how they're implementing it.
Yeah,
because like everything else about the game is great, but there's this one big thing that they're doing wrong, but it's like the only thing about their business plan that can be changed post-launch with a patch. But the entire game is being just disqualified based on the one thing. And no one's giving constructive feedback. They're all saying, screw EA, loot boxes, which is, at least they're letting them know why they're mad. But it's like there's no feedback going to any other aspect of the game other than the bad loot boxes. So they're not getting any positive feedback. So it's like they don't know what works, they just know what doesn't.
So it's funny, I saw he was in here earlier. Smash JT was in the chat. And he had put a little satire video of like old movie clips all about, money, and like the big company names like on the faces of these movie characters. All talking about how they want money, give me money, show me the money, like that kind of stuff. And I made a comment about how we're spending so much time complaining about what they're doing wrong that, I mean, it fits exactly to what you were saying. We're not saying what they need to do differently. We're just saying what they're not doing right.
Yeah, like another thing I said, I think it was in the second half of my tweet, is like to put it another way of all we're saying is that I can just pull it up to figure out what I said, because it's better to get it right, even though I'm the one that said it. But just so I can get my point the same way it was, is they added a single-player campaign, expanded and improved the multiplayer offerings, and made all future DLC free for everyone, addressing every major complaint people had about the first game, but nobody is talking about that because of the star cards. which is the loot box thing. And I said that tells absolutely nothing to EA other than that nothing they can possibly do will ever be enough to please people. Because they fixed everything you complain about, except they added in this one thing you don't like, so you're ignoring everything they did correctly. That doesn't mean the thing they did wrong is justifiable and should be swept under the rug because they did some right things, but balance the feedback here. They need positive feedback just as bad as they need negative feedback, because then they'll know what does work and what doesn't, and they can balance those things. That goes for any
too
company.
big of a hole.
And to be honest, to them, it'll work because the money will come.
Yeah.
As much as we or those who decide to be really vocal about this, or those who decide to put a angry rant video out about it, like for every one of those people, there is a million of them that have bought that game already.
Yeah.
And are not turning back and will throw more money at it. And
yeah, I will not be engaging in the microtransactions, at least not for real money. I'll just spend credits on loot boxes because that's nothing.
And let them course correct.
Yeah.
Like if they find that all of a sudden like no one's buying it, or which I doubt that will happen. But if they find that people aren't unlocking the stuff fast enough or something like that, they'll find a way to correct it. Because
their server data is going to speak louder than the actual sales of the game. Although I do feel like this stigma around this one aspect is going to affect sales much more than everyone thinks it's going to, or at least
until the movie comes. Give it middle of December. That it'll sell.
I mean, yeah, but it's not going to sell anywhere near as much as it would have if this wasn't a concern. I mean, if they fix the things by the time the movie comes out, and then that's good advertising, then yeah, and some people will do it, but then people will buy it going, what the hell, this stuff's still in here, and they'll sell it and they'll complain about it again.
Sure.
And it'll restart the loop. People getting that second win on the game due to the movie coming out will just restart the second loop of negativity. Which, again, they need to change this crap. It's stupid. But
I mean, don't get me wrong. Games, who was it? Was it Shane from Re-Res, right? He made some comments about how games now are cheaper than they've ever been, if you account for inflation and all of that.
And they cost more to make.
And they cost a ton more to make. These are movie budgets that people are putting into video games now.
But also, it's costing them less to produce like physical copies and other stuff like that due to, I think it's something to do with like digital has made it cheaper to put the game out in general, which means they have to produce. They don't have to produce as many physical copies, or it's cheaper because they're getting money from another avenue. And also, they can develop in certain countries and states and provinces that give subsidies to game developers, like Vancouver. And the single player for Battlefield was developed in Vancouver by Motive. And that's also the company they handed development over to the Visceral game to. So that's definitely a reason for that. They get subsidies on it.
Yeah. Well, you see that with movie production companies too. There's so much. There's so many things filmed in Atlanta, or Vancouver. They film a lot there too, and Toronto. And,
you don't say.
Yeah, there's all kinds of hubs for where those things are fiscally responsible from a production standpoint.
But you said about being vocal about a game, and something that I thought about is like on another thing that I could have said all my points was, I don't mind people being vocal about something as long as they're actually saying something. Rather than just yelling into the wind and not providing any substance at all.
I hate this because microtransactions.
Yeah, this is poo. Helps nobody.
Yeah.
Right. EA is greedy.
Yeah, Take them to
VA
task,
evil.
but give them actual reasons.
Well, or it's show them examples of where it's done
Yeah.
in a manner that is more in line with what you hope that the general industry follows.
And
if you want to say we just want expansion packs, we want Horizon style expansion packs, or
Destiny,
a season pass kind of thing where we get a couple of big chunks over the span of the month. The thing that they're concerned about is not having people hold on to their game for more than a couple of weeks, because every used copy is one less new copy that they sell.
They can't do expansions though, because that failed the first one. They released the season pass for that, and it was like $50 or something insane in Canada. I don't know what it was in the US.
Sure.
But nobody bought it. It was so poorly received that...
But it was only available through the season pass, right?
Yeah. But so many people didn't buy that they just decided to, as the second game was ramping up advertisements, like, screw it, just make it free.
Yeah.
Well,
for a multiplayer-only game, I get that you should. It is smart for them to not break apart their fan base by saying, you guys get this content, and you guys who don't want to get this content can't play with these guys.
Yeah, Titanfall 2 was really the turning point with that, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Although you get this game, Battlefront, with microtransactions also because that game didn't sell well. That was a game that had a single-player campaign, unlike its first game. All the DLC was free, and there were no microtransactions. Nobody bought it.
Nobody bought it because it got buried between Call of Duty and Battlefield 1.
Which both had microtransactions in it. So that sends that message.
That was Activision.
Circumstantial, but still.
Was it Activision?
The awful Call of Duty and awful Battlefield. That's what makes it more sad.
Good, actually.
Battlefield 1
was pretty good.
Yeah. Oh. Everything in the multiplayer, the single player was pretty cool.
Yeah. Let's try that.
But Titanfall should have come out in February when the dust had settled on those two shooters, and people are ready for something new and unique that isn't carbon copy of everything else. And
that is
Titanfall 2 is fantastic, and I highly. It's funny I mentioned how that was one of the best single player stories that I've played, and then I played Wolfenstein 2.
Yeah.
He's saying it again.
Yeah. I agree, but these are all logical observations, but then you take it back and think about it from a stats perspective of the publishing higher-ups looking at which games did what and what sold. They will see 3 shooters that came out at relatively the same time to the same market, and the one that didn't sell was the one that didn't have microtransactions in it.
So they'll get this incorrect association that microtransactions sell games.
Pretty much. Like the concern with when superhero movies were when they released Deadpool, everyone was worried oh god, I hope they don't think that R rating is the reason people like this movie.
Yeah.
Not like all the superhero movies are rated. It's that kind of thing. It's that misinterpretation.
Well, then Logan was R rated and that did well.
Yeah.
Do you give it a year before we start seeing more edgy? Well, Deadpool 2 will come out.
Yeah.
Venom's going to be R-rated too. That comes out in October.
Venom and New Mutants, I wouldn't be shocked if it's R because it's a horror movie.
I don't think it will, though. I think you can do horror.
Let me see. Let's see if that's
the trailer, I don't think you're going to see people getting ripped apart. I think it's going to be all psychological is what I think it is.
It definitely is. As someone who's read the first 40 issues of the New Mutants comic from the 80s, that is going to be psychological based.
I like the twist, though. It looks different.
Yeah, I was kind of against it at first, but then I was thinking about the story of the comics. It's not the same tone, but I looked at the trailer again, and I noticed some Easter eggs from the comic in there. I'm like, okay, I get where they're going now, and I like this idea. I hope they pull it off. But I was like, that initial trailer came out, and I'm like, what the...
It's something a little bit different for superheroes, and you gotta I think start doing that because you've seen way too many superhero movies, so you gotta stand out a little bit.
I don't think this is really a superhero movie. I just think it's people with powers, kind of is what it is.
Yeah.
X-Men universe.
Yeah. the major problem I had with the trailer, I know we got completely off topic here, but the major problem I had with that trailer was that they edited it like a really generic horror movie, which does not do any favors to that movie or anybody. Like, I think they even put a female scream over a male character in a scene. Like, you can see their face, but like if you like look at the mythology and like which character that would be, it's a male character, and it's like there's this female scream coming out at this jump scare moment. That's not what you want out of that movie. Anyway, back to video games.
I think all nerd-related talk is fine, acceptable. How about a Lord of the Rings Amazon television series?
That works too. Go on that.
Little musty talk here with.
I'll watch it.
Before we get derailed here, just a little bummed because I'm looking at the DVDs, Blu-rays, and whatnot. Little bummed there's no Hobbit extended 3-pack DVD set anywhere.
Yeah.
I want, because I don't have that, and I want that to complete.
I only have Unexpected Blu-ray. I don't see it either because I was afraid that a 3 was coming.
That's why I was holding off. I see Spider-Man: Homecoming. I'll pick that up for $7.99, and maybe Ash vs. the Evil Dead Season 1. That is $8.99 here. But I'm looking for other stuff here. I mean, there's a lot of movies here, but I really wanted a Hobbit 3-pack on sale, and I don't see it. A little bummed about that because I like to have my subsets complete. Now back
Does it not
to
exist or it's not on sale?
No, it exists. I've seen it before. I think it's good.
It's not on sale.
Yeah, because it's kind of expensive last time I checked. Maybe that's why. But
side question for. Oh, go ahead, sir.
I was just going to ask Musty. Now, did you know anything about this series?
I heard rumblings.
Do you know what
is it? Fell voice on the way. No, I heard rumblings about it, but I just the same as anyone else, because there was talk of who was it? Maybe it wasn't Amazon, but there was a couple weeks ago something came up about them doing more in the Lord of the Rings universe, and part of me was like, oh well, if they do stuff outside of this story, there's the Lord of the Rings takes place in the Third Age. There's 2 other ages that you have story and lore to go after. You've got the Silmarillion, which aside from the first couple chapters, which reads like the first couple books of the Bible, there's all kinds of stories, all kinds of stuff you could do. We'll see, Eric.
Bye, Eric. He doesn't like Lord of the Rings, apparently.
You can make a documentary pilot episode based off concerning hobbits.
I mean, you could do all kinds of stuff with it.
I'm all for fan fiction, personally, for this.
I mean, but I mean, you don't even have to go into fan fiction. I have
actual fiction
Silmarillion right over there, and I've read it. Like, there are things that you could build a mini series, like a 4-parter around.
The question is, though, do any of these outside existing stories that they could adapt include Legolas? Because if not, they probably won't make it.
I don't know about the Silmarillion, whether...
Can they write Legolas into the Silmarillion?
Is there... So...
But now you're going to have to find a new cast. You're going to have to re-envision those characters as different people.
Yeah.
Different actors.
I mean, it's not the first time they've readapted Lord of the Rings, so...
Well, sure, but now you have what was an Oscar award-winning version of it, and now you're going to put somebody else up against Ian McKellen, like, as for real? Like, I mean, that's just one example, but I mean, it's going to be really difficult. And they talked about a spin-off, and I don't know what they would do with a spin-off. It's not like, are we going to get like a Tom Bombadil reality show or like...
Oh, God. I mean, that is the only character in Lord of the Rings that could probably host a television show.
right?
I will give it that. Tom Bombadil's talk show host. That would actually work. It would be like Space Ghost, but in Lord of the Rings.
He could do the Lord of the Rings wrap-up show.
There you go. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what it's called. Talking Hobbits.
Is so with the series, is Peter Jackson attached to it, or
No?
I haven't looked through.
I don't think so. I don't think New Line is at all, or Warner Brothers. They're not. I think it is Amazon proper.
The Weinsteins aren't.
The Weinsteins aren't.
Ah, man. Don't know if this will be any good.
Are they hoping to kind of cash in on a little Game of Thrones?
I think
audience,
that was one thing I read, was that they now, because once Game of Thrones is out of the way, what's your next big, fantasy is doable on the big screen now. So if you can, I just don't know how Amazon would do that. Like, is that a show that you just drop all at once and let people binge watch, or is that a show that you let have the long burn and make people wait? They'll probably
If you want to burn someone out, drop 13 episodes of Lord of the Rings on them at once.
Right. It just doesn't. It doesn't seem like it plays well.
No. But if they're going to go the Game of Thrones, like trying to play off that in a tone for a show route, I hope they do a better job of it than the Inhumans did.
Still haven't checked it out.
I'm the only one that's watched that, and that's probably how it's going to stay.
Isn't Ramsey in that?
Yep. He's the only one that actually has significant screen time.
Because he has a face that's so punchable.
I mean, other people have roles in it, but they cut back to him as much as possible. God, that ended badly.
Oh,
it's nowhere near as bad as Iron Fist, but it's the same guy.
Yeah. So I'm optimistic. Until it comes out, I have no basis for judgment. So, Amazon makes so much money that if they made a mistake with it, it wouldn't really matter. So I hope that they don't besmirch the name too much. That's all I'm worried about.
Between American Gods and The Tick, they probably funded Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that's a really good point.
Did you see?
Which kind of rolls back to EA and microtransactions, right?
Full circle.
All that money doesn't get put back into Battlefront.
Which money?
Like, that money has to go elsewhere, and so you start to, like, if that money's not there, I don't know what kind of money that game's going to make. I heard the number about one of the Call of Duties making like $3 billion
only
in microtransactions alone.
Oof,
right?
That'll make sense, actually.
Yeah.
My thing with microtransactions,
that money then allows them to take chances. That lets them do a no way out, or
continue providing content for the game rather than just making a sequel so they can make money again. But they will make sequels, but still.
Games now need to have post-launch support. With post-launch support in an NES era was somebody to tell you how to beat a game on a phone line.
That's true.
And they charged you for that. There's your microtransactions. Yeah, I mean, that's what it was. There was nothing about fixing it. There were no revisions. The game, except for Shinobi, Revenge of Shinobi, right? That's the only one ever.
Major ones, yeah.
Or you got like the Majesco.
Yep.
But those were more manufacturing differences than anything else. Like, they weren't they weren't really changing the code to fix glitches, because at least, people kind of dealt with games as they were, right? But yeah, so like now you have to have the team that's there on day one who's putting out the patch that they've been working on since they said this is the final build. Now let's build that patch so that we can get these extra couple things that we know we're close across the finish line. And then you've got these new things have been surfaced by people who are in this game far more than we could ever be. Here, a month later, we'll drop another patch. Oh, wait, you want a 4K patch for Xbox One? Okay, I need that. Yeah,
They've probably got that ready to go.
It's probably coming out. Yeah, with that ready out of the box.
Still another factor.
But yeah, I mean, part of me deep down is hoping that Mass Effect Andromeda gets a 4K patch. I doubt it's coming.
Yeah, 4K faces.
Really sad because
the PS4's got Pro support.
I bought it on Xbox One. I should now it's like, well, maybe I should take that copy back in and swap it for a PS4 copy. But
I think they've almost done. They gave up patching it too. I think that's just.
It's done. Yeah, it's done patching. There's no more. They're releasing comics to fulfill the story gaps. I think I heard.
That's another example of initial impression just killing something.
Yeah, but
what I'm afraid is going to happen in a way to Battlefront 2.
But that's not totally unjustified. Like it's not that there is a lot that that game got put out to die.
Yeah, but people are treating the loot boxes in Battlefront 2 like they treated everything in Mass Effect.
Loot boxes and their approach are a fixable thing.
Yeah.
We can only hope that the company wisens up before too much negative happens.
Yeah, they probably have to do something like have a loot 2.0 thing like Diablo 3 did when the first expansion drops. Or like the first new set of maps.
Mm-hmm.
Like where they completely change the loot system.
Yeah.
And yes, I did just read that chapter in that Blood, Sweat, Pixels on Diablo 3. Relevant. Yeah, some games change their systems after launch and become better for it. Like the original Destiny wasn't very good, and then as it got patched and expanded upon, it got much better.
Did you see they announced today, Musty, Are You Afraid of the Dark, the movie?
I saw Raiho's tweet on it, which was fantastic.
What he said, I didn't see it.
He said, let me just get it because I can't do it justice.
Sure.
It was
a blast from the past.
No. Hold on.
We talked about this a couple weeks back on the show. Like kid shows we watched as a kid here.
This tweet was...
Yes, or kid shows we watched as a kid.
Finished his final shrine. Did you see that?
What now?
No.
He finished his final shrine.
Okay.
He said,
I saw that. I did see that
Zelda.
one. I did see that one.
Submitted for the approval of the Midnight Society. I give you the horror of a shitty cash-in nostalgia movie that will bomb.
I didn't look.
I mean, it'll be interesting. I mean, I don't know, like, what age range are they going to write for? Like, are they going for teenage horror again, or teenage like thriller stuff, or are they going to do this as a grown-up thing?
This would definitely be better as a show than a movie, in my opinion.
How well did that Goosebumps movie did?
Goosebumps is actually pretty decent. I actually enjoyed Goosebumps, the Jack Black movie. It's nothing outstanding, but it was a fun watch, This one, because they're saying, it'd be like it with the kids and everything. And I think, I'm just saying, you know what, they could try to pull off, and I don't know if they're thinking about doing this for this particular movie, but they could try to take that creep show element to it, where you do several shorter films in it for one movie. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Like 3 30-minute, movies or something like that.
Go the Twilight Zone movie route.
Yeah.
Only better.
Only thing is, like, the market is kind of where it kind of scares me, because I think you can make it scary without having to be bloody and gory. Basically, I think it's possible to do PG and PG-13 horrors. It's just a lot harder, you know. I'm honestly a personal fan of not showing you everything and letting your imagination, you know, make you think you saw something when it actually didn't happen. Basically, you know, the Jaws effect, if you will. Jaws doesn't really show you much, with the exception of a couple scenes, but
that's how they used to do.
Yeah.
Horror, so.
I think that's completely possible, and a lot of that's, in my opinion, scarier than, you know, constantly seeing Michael Myers coming after you on TV. You know.
Yeah. As long as you don't pull a Temple of Doom and go too far.
Yeah.
Kalima.
That was just weird.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's like boat scene effect in Willy Wonka. Like, very out of place.
Take a drink and you'll sink. Let's do the Family Guy version there, though.
Oh, yeah, I remember that episode.
Pure inebriation.
Oh, Cards Against Humanity. You guys are awesome. They are buying land along the U.S.-Mexico border to prevent the wall from being built on it.
Cards Against Humanity are?
Oh, yeah.
Cards Against Humanity is their Black Friday sale is to fund them and a land purchase to prevent being built continuously. Nice.
It's a good troll.
I probably would, back to Star Wars for a minute, Battlefront 2. I probably will get it eventually, but I kind of want to see reviews a little bit first. And I probably, like I said, it's definitely not a day one purchase for me. It's
if you're not really super into it, you got to see how this plays out.
I didn't like the multiplayer so much the last time around.
They improved it for the second one, especially Starfighter Assault. It's really fun. At least it wasn't the beta.
Something here says that yes, they reduced the number of or the cost by 75%, but then they also cut the rewards by 75%.
Yeah, it's in like earning the heroes. They it was like something like Luke Skywalker was 20,000 credits to unlock during a match, and or whatever, how the hell that works. And
he was 60. He's now down to
60,
15.
Yeah, he's now down to 15. And when you beat the campaign, you got a reward of 20,000 credits. You now get 5,000. That's balancing. It's kind of shitty, but it's balancing. It's a thing they did very quickly. They can also still adjust it. It's still a few days from coming out. They have time to fix that if they have to. But it's a start. It's not a complete solution, but they're starting on it. They're pulling back a little bit, seeing if they can get away with it. You gotta push them harder to make them go back farther.
Yeah, so what they're saying is the reward for finishing the campaign is meant to be enough to unlock Aiden. I don't know who Aiden is.
Aiden Versio, the main character.
Oh, okay. So that gets you her, right?
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and she's a good character. At least she was in the book Inferno Squad, the prequel to this game. hopefully she's still a character that's good in the game. Apparently she does some stuff with her character midway through the game that's a little kind of which I'm not sure about.
Here's the crazy thing. Why have a credit system at all? Why not just say, beat the campaign, unlock her, do something else, unlock this? Like, if we went back to that and just didn't have a credit amount assigned to it, I think a lot of this goes away.
Pretty much, but it's EA. And I guarantee you this was done by the higher-ups in publishing, not something the developer wanted to put in to improve the game. Which still doesn't justify it, but it's shitty for the devs.
You know, because like in Smash, or at least let me use Melee as an example, right? Like the unlocking Mewtwo required like 24 hours of gameplay. Sure, you could just start a match with one stock and make sure that people don't fall off the map and just leave it on for a day or two, and you'll get there. But it's
on the same note that the previous credit amount resulted in an average of 40 hours to unlock Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, it's a lot of. I mean,
yeah, the credit system's crap, but they can change it. It would be ideal not to have the credit system, but if they're going to have it, they need to improve it. It's kind of crappy how close
they want to still give people the option to pay up front, and if people want to do it, let them do it.
As long as it's fair, I don't care if people pay money. Like, if people pay money to unlock something, as long as they're not killing me faster in the multiplayer, I do not care that they spent money. If they kill me faster in a funny hat because they're better than me, I don't care. If they kill me faster,
well, maybe a little bit.
If they killed me faster because of a star card that gave them an extra 10% damage done, which I noticed in the beta, then I'll be mad. I'll be a little salty about the hat, but
right.
At least it's fair. The hat distracted me. It was my fault.
It's like, oh, that Dune Buggy Bastion got me. Like,
yep.
Okay. He's just better than you.
Yeah. Remember people actually gave a damn about hats in Team Fortress?
I never got into Team Fortress, so.
I meant like people gave a damn that existed and they were complaining that it was a thing. When it's such this just harmless thing.
I vaguely remember a Rainbow Six 3 having like hats. The OG Xbox.
I think I have that, but I'm not sure it works. I got it from a thrift store. I think it needs to be resurfaced. Probably not worth doing so.
So the biggest disappointment I see from these Black Friday sales is there's a lot of games that I would like to get, but I know there's going to be completed editions down the road. I'll give you an example. Injustice 2.
That one, I think. The release of the third DLC pack reveal locked in that I will not buy it until that point.
Yeah. Because I think they're going to do at least one more pack after that too. So it makes me think that there's going to be a complete edition by the end of 2019 or 2018. So I can wait for that. Still got a lot of games to play basically, but I will be playing as the Toidles for sure.
Yeah. If they go continuing the pattern of adding characters that were in crossover comics with other DC characters, we're either going to get a Power Rangers pack, a Looney Tunes pack, or a Scooby-Doo pack. I'm not joking about any of those things.
I saw the
Batman and TMNT comic that came out before this.
Predator
used to be interesting.
Predator, you could put Predator. He was in Mortal Kombat. You have the moveset right there.
You already put Mortal Kombat there, because that makes sense. Or was that
No, Hellboy's DLC actually got released today.
Oh, okay. Woo.
Well, I just know because
Black Manta, right?
Yeah, Black Manta, but
and the Atom, or was that earlier or later?
No, Adam's in the Turtle Pack.
I'm cool with that. Could be fun to play.
Yeah, no one really cared about Adam or Enchantress after that last reveal came out.
Those guys were freaking out.
I'm not gonna lie. If I was there, I probably would have been going wild there too. Probably.
Yeah, you could say the interest in the Atom shrunk on impact.
Hey,
Oh.
Shrinkage.
Yeah, it's like
Turtles.
Horizon. It's like, do I pick up? Is it worth waiting?
Well, from what I hear, Musty, for Horizon, and I forgot who I saw. At least 2 people posted that. One person for sure, like a couple of days ago, posted that they beat the 20+ hour DLC, and they're like, and I'm completely disappointed. It's not that they're like, I'm just so sad that it's over. Basically, like they put all the time into that game. Basically, like they didn't want it to end. So even the DLC was great. I'm like, well, you can wait. I know what's called. I got a part of that buy 2 get 1 free sale. I think Myers has got that going on this week too. I don't know if you have a Myers by you around here. Just do it and have the free shipping, or ship. Put it on your sister's name. There's one by her house. Because Target did that by. Well, it's $50. It's $50 at launch
for the gold or for the complete.
Yeah, and that's the way I did that, and I got Resident Evil, and then I picked up Resident Evil for my buddies because he wanted it too. For the buy 2 get 1 free sale, so it essentially made both games like $34, 33, 34.
Yeah,
Something
I mean, it's like for Resident Evil 7. Like I don't know how like invested I am in getting that one played imminently. So I could probably just wait, and it'll eventually, that gold edition should eventually get to $40.
Or you can pick it up for 20 on Black Friday.
Pick it up for 20, and I can just if I don't want to play the DLC, I don't have to.
Actually, you can pick it up for 15 at Target on Black Friday.
See,
free shipping. You don't have to leave the house.
That could be a game to have for your future VR.
There's that too.
That's the thing. That's the thing. If I can get this VR, well, I don't know.
Musty bought too many new consoles this year.
This is my year in review from a collection standpoint is going to be interesting. Year of Sega.
That lasts about to April.
No, I still got something Sega in August. I got the Dreamcast.
That's true. Yeah, at the Fantasy Zone for the Tengen. Right?
I mean, that lasted longer than the one console challenge, didn't it?
Yeah, that's right. One console was like July, although Mrs. Q says she made it the whole way.
So, are you going to do for 2018 a return to the year of Sega?
No, I think
it's the one console challenge 2.
Like part of me is
hell no.
I think the CCABC
the
comes
2
back.
console challenge.
I think the CCABC comes back again. I think Donnie liked how that went. I think that there's been a lot of conversation about that.
It has
one game challenge.
It has helped me select a game that I want to play for a game for my backlog. Yeah,
I think the thing I don't want to do is be like, okay, I need, Miles had to find a queue, and I'm glad he did because he picked Quantum Break, and I think Quantum Break is a good game that's worthy of playing, and it'll, it should look good on his shiny new Scorpio Edition Xbox.
I'll be right back.
But it's like, do I actually have a game in my backlog for every letter of the alphabet? I don't know. I own a game for every letter. It's a question of, have I played it or not, or what Zelda am I playing this year? Like that kind of thing.
I raged quit Street Fighter 5 last week, and I just popped in Virtual Fighter 5, and I could beat that right away. So I was like, well, this is more straight V. I got to the final boss, which is M. Bison, and I literally rage quit the game because the game goes from being completely completely easy until you fight M. Bison, and the difficulty ramps up because there's like 10 levels of difficulty for fighting. It goes to level 10. You're literally fighting on like a level 2 or 3 the entire game, and it automatically jumps to 10 on the final boss. And it's rage inducing where you play each character. Well, yeah, I played probably like there's characters I don't like, and they force you to play them in the story mode. And you only do it a few times, but the characters that I really don't like are the ones that they seem to make you play the most. So the final battle, spoiler alert in advance. So the final battle, this is Street Fighter V.
Okay.
So you barely play as Ryu in the game, and you fight Ryu versus M. Bison in the final fight. But without playing Ryu that much during the story mode, how are you supposed to, like, I guess, learn to fight M. Bison when you barely have practice playing against it? So I guess they want you to go out and play the story mode. Now, there are options that you can just skip the fight if you're having trouble. You can say, skip the fight, but you won't get the percentage to say you beat the fight, basically. Like, you can just advance. You're like, I don't want to fight this. Skip. You can keep skipping the fights just to get to the end to see all the cutscenes. But to me, that isn't a beat, and that's why I did not submit my beat. So it was rage-inducing. I quit the game. I was like, wasn't one of my favorites. There's other fighting games I'd rather play. So I don't know. I don't want to put the time in the Street Fighter. No, I don't have the Street Fighter is not one of my favorite fighting game series, and I don't want to put the time into learning it. So there's other fighting games I'd much rather play that I'm way better at.
I do have Street Fighter V. The story, I haven't passed the story mode. It seems kind of plain. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can't keep my interest in it, I guess.
I hate that they keep forcing you to play like these characters I have no interest in learning how to fight and play. That's the thing. It's because I hate their fighting style, and I don't want to learn their fighting style. And then, granted, the only thing is because the difficulty is so low until you fight M. Bison on that final battle, it's rage-inducing. Because how can you just jump up that difficulty that much, where there's no like cooldown on M. Bison whatsoever? He's just relentless. So
Capcom be like, well, everyone plays as Ryu in the past games, so
yeah, here you go.
You should know Ryu by now.
I was like, I can Hadouken. I can do that the spinning kick, and basically that's about it. Because if I try to do a punch, he just unloads this 5-hit combo that takes away 40% of my health. So it's rage inducing. Where I gave up. I was like, you know what? I'll play something way faster here with Virtual Fighter 5, and I'll walk through it, and I did.
Final boss woes.
Yep. So I don't care. I don't care. It's one of those things I don't want to. I'm not gonna put the time in just to beat one character in M. Bison. So
yeah.
So my Street Fighter V for my V will not count. But
Street Fighter V.
Yeah, that was gonna be my. It
wasn't gonna count before, but now it definitely won't.
Yeah. Unless I decide I want to go back and try to beat it, which of course I probably am going to take a shot at it, but I'd rather finish out the rest of my alphabet before I even do that.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm trying to look at next year and what next year would be from either a collection standpoint. Like, part of me doesn't know. Like, it's always good to have collection goals, but I've talked about goals at length on my channel and stuff, even before the club. I'm just not sure what it is, right? Like, it's like I want to finish the Tengen stuff just to finish them. Black Box NES would be interesting, but it's like, do I want to get back into Xbox 360 right now is probably hitting its low point. There's probably a ton of people looking to like unload 360 titles, and finding those games that aren't stupidly expensive yet.
now's the time to get the 360 games.
I think so. I mean, that's usually how it works, right? Like 3-4 years after that generation is
PS3
done.
as well.
That's when, you know, especially after Christmas, you're going to get a bunch of people who upgrade consoles, and suddenly there's going to be, you know, another, with the exception of the 360 games that are backwards compatible. But some people might not. Some people don't care, and some people will just get rid of those because either they don't know they're backwards compatible,
or they got them for free with Games with Gold.
Oh yeah, or they don't care, or they picked it up. I've let go of a few of my games because I have the Game with Gold.
Yeah.
Knowing that I could turn around and pick up another copy for $5.
Yeah, Medal of Honor Airborne. I picked that up a few weeks before it was announced for Games with Gold, and I saw that announcement. Like, well, into the sell pile it goes.
Yeah. Like I let go of my copy of Bayonetta because I have Bayonetta.
Mm-hmm.
I really want Bayonetta on Wii U.
I really want it on the Switch.
If I can get it on Switch, then that's where I would. That too is a place where I would like to play it, but I'm worried about frame rates on that type of a game. Because apparently Rhyme plays horribly. Did you guys hear?
No.
Have you been hearing this? Yeah.
I heard there was something wrong with it, but I didn't see what.
Frame rate stuff. Like really not optimized.
That sucks.
That port. Well, it played Bayonetta 2 played wonderfully on the Wii U, and the Switch is a way more powerful console, so I imagine it'd be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Even Bayonetta on PS3 I thought was fine. I played it complete. I beat the first game like that. Even though it's apparently the worst version to play it as.
Yeah.
And there goes the credibility on this point.
I'm just saying, it played. The gameplay was absolutely fine. What people I think bother about is that like the cutscenes I thought were the more buggy. I think, right?
Frame rate and glitches.
Oh, I didn't see any slowdown whatsoever.
It was a botched outsourced port, and they never did that again.
Yeah. But I don't know. I imagine it'd be fine because I think Platinum, if they make it themselves or do it themselves, they're pretty good. I want it, and I want it to come to the Switch, so actually it probably will sell. And
well, if it comes out on Switch, it'll sell. It'll absolutely sell.
And then it can possibly get a Bayonetta 3. So that's what I want. And I want it now.
Wii U games on Switch are doing quite well.
Yeah, keep them coming.
What are the odds? They re-release games on a console that's selling from a console that wasn't selling, and they do better.
It makes me almost, with the exception of I have a few games that like I said, like, oh, I would love to dump my Wii U, but there's a few games on it that
haven't been ported yet.
Well, that, and I don't think they'll get a port. So it's like, I don't know. Maybe they will have another remaster down the road of Wind Waker or what's it called, the Twilight Princess. But
I keep saying I want them to do the 3D games combined, the Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask in a 2-pack on Switch with HD graphics.
Absolutely buy that.
Because they can just improve the textures that they already improved for the 3DS.
Smash Brothers port for Switch.
They pretty much announced that, didn't they?
No.
The patent got leaked or filed.
Ooh.
That's not a leak.
Doesn't.
Fair enough.
I think that story article said though, like it could be a new game too. So.
Yeah. But they ported frickin' Pokken Tournament. They'll port anything.
Yeah, but I think Smash came out in 2015. It's
probably
14.
14. So
yes, that's when I got the Wii U the day that Smash Brothers came out. Like, all right, time to get this.
I imagine give it.
Love my
you know,
Smash.
yeah, me too. I imagine 4 years. You probably wouldn't change. I know he always. What's the name? What's his name?
Bob.
No, yeah, Bob.
Hey, that guy.
That guy. Mr. Smash. He likes to build an engine for every different Smash game. He doesn't like to reuse the engine. But I wonder if Bandai's helping him out significantly, you know. Just give me all the
I
characters.
have never purchased a Smash game other than the original. It's
Good
not
for
lack of interest, it's just how it went down. I've just never gotten one. That wasn't a comment on anything, that's just something.
I love me some Smash.
Worth checking out.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to. I enjoyed the heck out of the first one. I just never either had the systems that the next ones were on, or had enough motivation to really buy it, like in the case of the Wii U.
You just know if it's ported over to the Switch, it's all the DLC characters they did and maps.
Yeah.
And all the costumes. And
Yeah. I don't want to pull another...
the Inkling kids on there.
Yeah, I don't want to
Just,
pull another Mario Kart 8 where I got the Wii U in a thrift store, in a pawn shop, I mean. And then I got Mario Kart 8 to play with people for full price. And then it's like, okay, now the Switch is out, and I have to get it again for full price. And it's like, oh, that sucks. Because I'm never going to play that Wii U version again.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I feel like that's the one I'd get rid of out of all like the first party Nintendo titles on the Wii U, because it's like there's no way I'm going back to that version. At least not anytime soon. Sell
That's
it
one you can get a few bucks for. Yeah.
Yeah, sell it while it's worth money.
I don't think it is worth any money now. I can get $5.50 for it. $5.50. I can get $5.50.
I don't mean trade it in GameStop. I mean actually getting rid of it like a person.
$3.50.
Oh.
Rather than throwing it out like garbage.
I'll keep it at $5.50. I still know two
They are
people.
paying you a recycling fee for your game. You're getting a rebate return like on a fucking bottle.
Have we hit that point?
Yeah, I think I ended it.
Nah, we had to wind down at some point.
Mm.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm going to wind down, and that's not going to be fun.
Yeah.
Got some Switch games to play.
Yay.
Oot.
You should get Zelda. Or did you play Zelda on the Wii U?
Yeah, I still have it on the Wii U. I did finish it actually not all that long ago. It's a good ending.
Hopefully I'm in that boat soon. Be nice if I can get it done this week.
I got one more
I'm
pick.
not taking it on vacation. I won't take
Video games on vacation.
Shouldn't do it. Maybe I should do it. Go get snipper clips.
The deluxe edition?
Yes. Yes.
Did that come out yet? Or I know I
Yeah,
saw
that
the
was
box for
Friday.
it.
That was last Friday. Physical.
Yeah.
Wait for that Sonic Mania.
By Super Grover.
Yeah. My nephew actually got this for me, so because Super Grover was my favorite growing up, so I love Super Grover. Always wanted to get a Super Grover puppet, but you had to donate $70 to like the PBS charity or something like that. And my mom just got a Grover doll and put a sock in his head and sewed him shut. It worked. This one talks, I believe.
Hello, everybody!
It's the real deal.
2.0, your problem-solving superhero. I am even more super than ever. I am furry and blue. I investigate too. I am strong.
Okay.
And clean. I am put to the scene.
Play as that Super Grover.
We're gonna have to re-rock it. Everyone keep talking.
I am okay.
Okay, sorry.
You should have wrapped it when you had the chance.
I know, right?
Missed opportunities.
Killing it. All right. You guys have a good rest of your week.
Smell you later.
Right.
Smell you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a good